This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland. Michigan sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. And now we've got a show dedicated to die-hard sports fans like you. Hosted by a guy who's borderline obsessed with the wins and losses of all your favorite teams.
He's crazy.
Every weekday morning from 9 to noon, Ben Bosscher brings you the talk that matters. The teams, the stories, and the players you care about most. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair.
Remember that. Hello, and welcome into the show, everybody. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Thursday's the new Friday. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. We got some Lions content to get to. We've got some Detroit Pistons content to get to. All-Star break finally over.
I love Paul Reed.
Me too. And All-Star break is over, and we get a blessing of a game between the Pistons and the Knicks. That is tonight at 7:30 on Amazon Prime. I can't wait. No Stu, no Duran again tonight. We'll get into that game a little bit later on. Let's start here. Team USA. Getting it done and advancing to the semifinals after a win over Sweden. A couple of Red Wings on the ice. Lucas Raymond for Sweden. Dylan Larkin for the United States. Larkin ends up finding the back of the net. It's tied 1-1. All of a sudden, I'm watching this game at the gym thinking, oh my God, is the United States really about to blow this? We've been talking about a gold medal this whole time just for them to not even medal and not even make it to the semis. They get into overtime. And Quinn Hughes, former Michigan Wolverine, scores a goal for the United States. So that's not one but two goals for the United States are scored by former Michigan Wolverines, plus the lone goal for Team Sweden was assisted by Lucas Raymond. A whole bunch of ties to the state of Michigan with this U.S. hockey team in their matchup with Sweden yesterday, Kyle. I was getting pretty nervous there at the end. I'm not going to pretend to be this like diehard Team USA hockey fan the way that I am with basketball, but I was locked in. I'm sure a lot of other people were as well. And when they went into overtime, I was like, oh my God, they're not actually going to lose this thing, right? And the answer was no. Quinn Hughes comes in clutch for Team USA.
Yeah, I mean, this was intense. Like you said, I mean, this was like edge of your seat kind of game. Like it's the reason why you like the Olympics, to, root for your country in a sport that necessarily you have a chance to win a gold in. And the team sports like this, some of the players as well, so that's what makes this even more fun. So, yeah, I was all in at the end of this. Like you said, a little probably more nerve-wracking than it should have been, but nonetheless,
that's just hockey for
exactly,
you.
Yeah, like it comes down to the final shot. So I was cool with it.
I think it's fun too that, like, I think they maybe needed a game like that because it got casual people to kind of tune in and like, wait a minute, what's going on? Are they tied right now? It's kind of the middle of the day, and even if you're working an office job, like no one's going to be mad at you for pulling up the United States Winter Olympics game where your country's tied within overtime. Like, no one's going to be mad at you for pulling that up. So I think it was almost a moment that the United States needed for people to start rallying behind. That way, going into the semifinal, it's like, okay, Friday and Sunday with the gold medal game, we know exactly when it is, what's going on. We are locked in the rest of the way.
Yeah, where do the Olympics rank on the acceptable to have on the TV in the office?
Second?
Like March Madness for sure, number one.
Yeah, and then I would say the Olympics.
And then probably the
number
Olympics number two. And then golf is a daytime sport sometimes. Like a major golf event.
Do I have to differentiate Winter and Summer Olympics, or can those just kind of go into
I think they
one?
can just be one, right?
Because I would say Olympics too.
Yeah, I would think so too.
I was honestly thinking about this too, because it's awesome that Larkin representing the Wings, representing the Michigan Wolverines, representing the state of Michigan, being from Waterford. Like, it's awesome that he was able to score a goal for the United States, and it almost got me thinking, like, not do we underappreciate him, because I think we understand how good Dylan Larkin is. But for 8 years, he was the best player on this Red Wings team, and they didn't really live up to anything. And I don't think that was his fault, but now the Wings, it seems as if they've turned a corner And ironically, it's kind of the time where Dylan Larkin actually isn't the best player on the team. You know, like there has been a shift in the Red Wings, power. Like he's still the captain. He always will be the captain. But like if you ask most casual Red Wings fans, they'll probably tell you Dylan Larkin's the best player. If you ask the diehard Wings fans, they would tell you Lucas Raymond, because right now he's on pace to having more points than Dylan Larkin for 2 consecutive seasons, This year, right now, Lucas Raymond leads the team with 60 points, Larkin 51. It'd be the second year in a row where, he leads that point total. And it almost makes me wonder if Dylan Larkin is Riley Green. In the essence of, well, Riley Green, we just kind of view him as the best player. But he's not necessarily a true superstar. He's a star. We've talked about this. Both Dylan Larkin, Riley Green, maybe A- stars. Where if the Tigers or Wings are going to really get over the hump, they're going to need either another A or an A+ to kind of help that person out. And with the Wings, they've turned that corner when Lucas Raymond has jumped in. With the Tigers, it's a little bit more up in the air of who that person's going to be. But is it Kevin McGonigal, where that's when they finally can start to turn the corner a little bit? So is Riley Green Dylan Larkin, and is Lucas Raymond Kevin McGonigal? Is this a fine cross-sport comparison?
Well, we would need Kevin McGonigal to play for a different team in the World Baseball Classic against Riley Green, like we just had with Raymond and Larkin. No, but I mean, I get the comparison here. It's tough because the Tigers just have made the playoffs. So you're talking about making the jump from playoff team to contending World Series team, whereas the Wings haven't made the playoffs yet. And so it's definitely you're comparing them on different tiers, whereas it is respectable because the Wings have now made that jump into the next tier. But Larkin just has the connection with the state. I think that kind of makes him even more of a fan favorite than Riley Green probably ever will be, right? Just because of, he's the captain. Like you said, he's been here his whole career, played at Michigan, from Michigan. He has all the ties. It's an awesome story being from the state, playing for the awesome college team, and then playing for the Wings, which is a legendary team. So I get the comparison, and just from how the teams can take the next step, yeah, maybe Dylan Larkin and Riley Green aren't the 1A superstars to win a championship in their respective sports. But if they do have that complementary piece, or even if they've turned into the number 2, because I've talked about that, I don't think Riley Green is your best hitter on a World Series winning baseball team. I think he could be an awesome 2. I think he could be an awesome 3, but I don't think he is the number 1. The Tigers potentially have the guys that could overtake that spot. So, yeah, it makes sense.
Right now, the United States is scheduled to play at 3:30 tomorrow. That is their semifinal game against Slovakia, and then they'll most likely take on Canada in the gold medal game at 8:10 Sunday morning, which is it's a little early, but it's also one of those things where it's oh, yes.
It's kind of cool.
As soon as I wake up, I get to throw on a gold medal United States hockey game. I'd rather it be Sunday morning than Sunday night, to be honest.
Totally. I think it's actually perfect. Because to me, the Winter Olympics, this is not a hot take or anything. It just feels like an early morning. They're on in the morning. They're on all the time.
Yeah.
It just feels like an early morning type of sport. So I'm cool with it, especially on the weekend. Can't really look ahead yet, though, especially based off of what happened yesterday. Not a guarantee that Team US is going to be playing in the championship. So,
no, but from my understanding, Sweden was almost a tougher opponent than Slovakia is going to be.
Yeah,
so
I can't
you're
tell you
right.
much about
You
the
can't look
Slovakia
ahead,
team,
but I think Sweden brought a better roster to the Olympics, and now you're one game away from playing in a gold medal game. This is the United States' best chance they've had in a long time to win this gold medal over Canada.
Yeah, how cool is it?
Who was in a heater of their own yesterday where they barely came out on top too.
Exactly. Yeah, they went to overtime as well. So just imagine if you're a Michigan Wolverines person out there and you enjoy the sport of hockey, you got to be.
Oh, you had a great day yesterday.
You got to be living right now because it's pretty cool to have both of the Michigan Wolverines on Team USA just shining.
Yeah, I saw a stat that almost. It was 6 different players on just the United States team are from Michigan on the hockey team, and Michigan was one of the most represented states in all of the Winter Olympics for the United States this year, which makes sense, I suppose, being one of the states that gets the weather. I don't really know where these luge tracks are that people are practicing on in the United States, but hey, Michigan well represented this year in the Olympics. Good win for the United States. I thought it was fun. It's always fun when everyone can rally behind something. Like, you don't get this in the professional sports all that often because everyone has different teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just the Olympics, right? And the World Baseball Classic will be the same way.
And the FIFA World Cup is also this summer.
Correct.
So we've got three different things, like Team USA, all over the map.
And then the Pistons will just be the America's team, too.
I don't like it. I want the Pistons to be the enemy. I'm always going to be a proponent that it's more fun to be the villain in the professional sports. I don't want everyone to like my team. Only I want to be the minority. I want to be the team that screwed over everybody else. That's my hope.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mitt. ESPN put out an article yesterday. One player that it's time to move on from for every NFL team. The Detroit line that they named might surprise you. That's when we come back. Again, this is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on the Mitt, 9 o'clock hour. As always, is brought to you by Iron Stack Technology. You know, we talk about the game plan a lot on this show. What's the United States game plan to win a gold medal? That's how Iron Stack approaches IT. They help businesses stay secure, stay efficient, and ready for what's next so you can focus on your mission instead of your technology. Iron Stack Technology, solution-driven, mission-focused. You can check them out at ironstacktechnology.com.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
So ESPN put out a piece suggesting one player that it's just probably time to move on from every NFL team. And if you were to tell me that there's a player for the Lions that they would name, I would have guessed Taylor Decker. That's not who they named. They named David Montgomery. Sonic and Knuckles just became kind of Sonic last year. 41% of the offensive snaps he got in 2024. That was down 4% in 2025 at 37%. The total touches down by nearly 40 from year in, year out. He's going into year 29 or age 29 season for the guy. Like, he doesn't have a ton of time left to ink that second contract. And I think I'm at a point where I would love to keep David Montgomery with the Detroit Lions. He'd help the Lions win a Super Bowl in my eyes. Why give up good players when you're attempting to chase down the big game, when you're attempting to chase down a Lombardi trophy? It doesn't make sense to give up good players. But from his perspective, he's 2 years removed from being a free agent again. He's 1 year, out from being in a contract season. If this thing doesn't go accordingly for him this year, I'd imagine he's like super mad and wants to get out of there again. The Lions got to find a better job of balancing him and Gibbs if they want him to stick around, for more than just next season. But if he can't get his fair volume of touches, then I don't know his perspective why he'd want to stay with the Detroit Lions, because he's got one more big contract left in him. And if he keeps playing for the Lions at the snap level he was getting last season, I just don't think he's going to get that big-time contract.
I just wonder, how the Lions want to approach this, right? Just because there was the weird stuff that happened at the end of the season with Montgomery that he went to social media, and he didn't, complain, but it was definitely some mixed signals. I guess that's probably the best way to describe how Montgomery was feeling about how the end of the season went. And that's probably how everyone on the Lions was feeling. I think we have to take into consideration if the Lions were really good and Montgomery was in that limited of a role, he probably would not have been as vocal about it, But it's the fact that they didn't make the playoffs. It was a disappointing season for everyone. So there was frustration all around. And, of course, Montgomery, a guy who had his role reduced for no reason of his own, just the fact that his partner had become incredibly good.
And they were trailing in a lot of games.
Right, and the run game in general, just in games when they're playing against good teams, was not very effective. So that's why Montgomery wasn't out there. There's a lot of reasons to be a little bit upset if you are David. And the Lions, we've continuously...
First name. Wow.
I know, right? I didn't even know why I just did that. If you're the Lions, you do have to take into consideration every creative way to create cap space this offseason. It's that simple. I love Montgomery. I have a Sonic and Knuckles graphic tee. I don't want to not be able to wear that next year. It's pretty awesome.
I got one of those too. It's the Step Brothers one.
Yeah, exactly. We each have a type of Sonic and Knuckles tee. So it's big fan of that duo, and he's a fun player to root for. That's why every Lions fan always, last year had the argument of they should start the game with David Montgomery because he brings the intensity and he's ferocious and he wears down the defense. You can't tackle him with just one guy. He breaks 2 or 3 tackles every time. He fits everything the Detroit Lions are all about. But we know how many needs that this team has elsewhere this offseason. So I'm not saying I'm pro cut Montgomery. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying if the Lions, reflect on a year ago and what worked, what didn't, and they have to create all this cap space to improve in other spots, yes, that is a way to potentially do it.
I understand the perspective of, trying to free up cap space, but this offseason, they could only really save $3 million. It's the following season where you can save up to $9 million by moving on from him. And that's kind of the conclusion I've come to on this topic is I think they should run this back and try to patch anything that was wrong last year, try to return of the Sonic and Knuckles duo. And shout out to all the Gibbs fantasy owners. Shout out to the people that are going to make him their preseason pick to win Offensive Player of the Year. I don't want any of those things to happen. I'd rather it just be a more balanced duo because I think it preserves Jahmyr Gibbs in the long run by saving him, 200 touches, 180 touches every season. These running backs, they're on a limited lifespan. They've got a shelf life. They can only have a certain amount of touches before they are just a diminished back. And Gibbs isn't anywhere close to that happening, but I think Montgomery here, being his counterpart in the first 4 years of his career, is going to be huge for Gibbs in his late 20s, in his early 30s. I'm a big proponent of not splitting it 50-50, but maybe a little bit more 55-45, 60-40 with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. And then after next season is when it's time to kind of consider the cap of, hey, we've got $9 million to save if we move on from Montgomery. And for Montgomery's sake, you want to go get a big-time contract, you got to go be a 1A somewhere. Go get yours, because you're not doing that in Detroit as long as Gibbs is here.
Yeah, but his opportunity to be a 1A, it dwindles by the day, you know? Like, how often is a team going into free agency? You said he's 29, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they did do this plan, which I agree, from a cap perspective and just from a personnel perspective, like, it makes the most sense for him to rejoin the Lions next year, run this back for one final year, and then, you know, cut him or whatever, trade him the next offseason. What team is signing up to be like 30-year-old running back to me in my 1A RB? Outside of Derrick Henry we saw a couple years ago?
But in the same way that we're helping Jahmyr Gibbs save, preserve his career, I think David Montgomery, yeah, he's 29, but maybe he's more like 27 because of how many touches have been, quote-unquote, stolen away from him by Jahmyr Gibbs. You know what I mean? It's like the touches aren't as high as you might necessarily think they are with Montgomery for his career.
I just don't know if he, finds himself in a better situation in the rest of his career, just because of his age. I just don't know what team out there is willing to give him a bigger role than he already plays in Detroit.
The Chiefs? Wouldn't that solve a lot of the Chiefs' issues if they have a decent offensive line? They've had no run game or no running back for years, it feels like, since Kareem Hunt left. That'd be an awesome spot for him in my eyes.
No, it would be. It definitely would be.
It's not going to be like another contender like the Rams have their guys, the Bills have Cook, the Ravens have Henry for now, but they've, by signing Henry, have proven that they're willing to go after a little bit older of a back. I think the Henry going to Baltimore and the Saquon going to Philly and getting a second contract there has proven even guys in their 30s can, those are also all-time guys, but guys in their 30s can make an impact for a team.
I mean, Saquon
if they're
not
running
there
back
yet,
away.
But yeah, even Jacobs going to Green Bay, kind of on a second contract, switching teams and still being really good. I think the stigma of once the running back is off of his rookie contract, he's no good anymore. That has clearly been ended. But I just wonder if Montgomery's true, because the only reason I don't think the Lions would get rid of him this offseason. It would have to be a Montgomery-centric thing, right? Montgomery has decided he wants out, he wants to be in a better situation. Is that a potential of something actually happening? I hope not.
I don't think so, but it feels basically like it's a lock to happen the following season. I'm working under the impression the Lions have one more season with Montgomery for his own purposes of getting a new contract and because of the $9 million they can save by just dealing him or cutting him after this season.
Which I think is what most people would expect anyways. Like you said, it just makes most sense for both sides. What wouldn't necessarily make sense is it happening a year early, which, he's not a cut. Someone would trade for him, right? A fourth or fifth round pick. Man, fourth might be high. I know it's a running back, so
yeah, it's a fourth or a fifth at best.
Yeah.
So maybe someone trades for him, but it also cutting him wouldn't be the worst option because he could go sign whatever team. I think there would be a bigger need for him or demand for him than people might expect. I think there'd be a handful of teams that were if they have a good offensive line or a running back away, oh, hell yeah, let's get David Montgomery in here. We love what he brings to the table. We love what he puts on tape.
Yeah, I think he'd be he's a great ad for any team, even who already has a running back, to be a complimentary piece. We've clearly seen that in Detroit.
Cutting seems like a disrespectful term, but sometimes players are content with it because it means, okay, I get to go kind of have the autonomy to go choose where I want to go play. You know what I mean? So I think we've got one more season with Montgomery, and then it's probably time to move on. The same way that I think it's probably time to move on with Alex Anzalone this offseason.
I think that one seems the most likely. Obviously not a cut guy because he just is a free agent. But Nick in our YouTube chat, I kind of agree with him. He says, does ESPN even know ball at this point?
Montgomery is obviously someone that comes up when you have that conversation, but if we're doing
he's one of the names, yeah.
But I think Decker or like you just said, who's the other person we just named? Decker or Glasgow even.
Well, Anzalone, yeah.
And Anzalone.
He's just a guy to be gone, yeah.
Yeah, those are all options that are much more likely for people you'd move off.
Decker's the big one.
Maybe even Terrion Arnold. Who knows? Weird stuff
Too
going
soon?
on.
Too soon?
Just noting there's some weird stuff going on down in Florida with Terrion Arnold's home. That's all I'm saying. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live on 100.9 The Mitt. We'll hit the news when we come back. One Detroit Lion, not a player, but an important person renounced their role. Tell you who that is during the news. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. As always, brought to you by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Protect your home with Bresky Siding and Building Repair, the experts who do the job right the first time. Whether you have a leaky roof, storm damage, siding looking a little tired, Bresky has you covered. Locally owned and trusted in Midland for a long time. They keep Midland area homes looking sharp. Quality materials, skilled craftsmanship, and service that puts your family first. Don't wait for the next storm. Call Bresky Siding and Building Repair today and keep your home strong for years to come.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on one. by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Welcome back into the show. Ben Bosscher here with you as always. It's a Thursday. It is 9:30, which means it's time to hit the news.
The Mitt's Morning Catch.
Okay, let's get right into the news, Ben. A lot of Olympic stuff to go over. Before we do that, let's of course take a look at the community calendar presented by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Last night, the main event at the Dow Tennis Classic. Social media star Anna Fry, we were there, and she won again, man. A couple of big-time underdog victories for her, the freshman at UNC, so she's advancing to the quarterfinals. A lot of people out there last night at the Dow Tennis Classic to watch, man. It was pretty cool.
Packed. It was the main event. She's got millions of followers across her platforms, TikTok, Instagram. It kind of seems like this is her breakout tournament. You know, she's always been more famous for just, like, being on, well, first looking like Brock Purdy, and then just having a giant following on social media, and she's like, tennis was secondary. This is kind of her breakout tournament so far, and it's cool that's happening right here in Midland.
Yeah, two top 200 wins.
Correct.
To start off this tournament. John got to do an interview with her on our social media pages if you want to check that out on Instagram and Facebook as well at 100.9 The Mitt. Okay, let's do some Lions news. You just mentioned it, but I don't want to say like this is unfortunate news, but it definitely isn't good news for the Lions. Longtime president and CEO of the Lions, Rod Wood, is set to retire. This kind of coming out of nowhere yesterday during the afternoon, but yeah, Rod Wood is just kind of one of the staples of the Lions. When you think about the faces of the Lions, you think of Brad Holmes, you think of Sheila Hamp, you think of Chris Spielman, who's really involved, and you think of Rod Wood as well. So pretty tough.
Yeah, you know, it's tough to know like what his day-to-days are, but I think the number one things he gets credited with are bringing in Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, because he's been here since 2016 or 2014, I don't remember, one of those years. So he was responsible for hiring Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and resetting that culture. He was responsible for hosting the NFL draft in Detroit and bringing, you know, mainstream people to you remember how big of a deal that was for Detroit to be able to host that? It was the number one attended draft.
It was awesome.
Ever. You know, big time companies like the NFL started realizing, oh, Detroit's totally capable of hosting stuff like this. So it started to bring in a ton of other economic benefits as well. He was responsible for bridging the gap between the organization and Calvin Johnson. Facility upgrades, like that's the stuff I'm aware of, but like anytime a CEO and president leaves, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that's going to be a big deal. So it turns out they're looking for their replacement right away. They're putting a search committee together. He's not going to leave until they find that person, but yeah, he won't be here in 2026, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's set to retire before the season starts, but he is going to remain with the team until his successor is hired, and the Lions announced that an effort to find his replacement will begin immediately. So
I think you and I should probably apply. If I see a
no, yeah, it's a good idea. You got this, though. You could, you know, just show him some of your reels. You know,
yeah, like, this is what I would do if I was.
This is
Brad
your
Holmes.
resume. Yeah. No, it's pretty good.
Let's talk to Brad.
Jesse in the YouTube chat says no one knew who he was until the announcement.
Oh, that's not true.
Come on. You not know ball, Jesse? I know Rod Wood. Okay, you mentioned this after the U.S. win yesterday, but Canada had a comeback OT win over Czechia. Mitch Marner had the late goal for Canada, but the bigger news for Canada is that Sidney Crosby suffered an injury, and it sounds like he could be done for the remainder of the Olympics as well, which is obviously extremely impactful.
You know, that's a shame, because if I'm the United States, I want them at their full power. I don't want any asterisks or cheat code, or like, I don't think there'd be an asterisk on this, but I want to beat them at full strength rather than them go, you know, lose a couple guys and then they have that excuse. I want everybody at full strength, so it sucks that Crosby could be missing a lot of time.
And they did say he's by no means ruled out of the entire tournament, but it just sounds
2 games
like
left.
Yeah, exactly. So they're doing the imaging on him, but they play tomorrow as well. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if Sidney Crosby plays or not.
And they play earlier, I believe.
Yeah, they play at 10:40.
Yeah,
against Finland.
Finland, that's the 4th team.
Correct.
Left.
Speaking of U.S. and Canada and hockey, let's flip it over to the women's side. That gold medal game is being played today at 1:10. And it'd be pretty nice for the women's hockey team to get get some revenge on Canada after Canada's been owning this game for quite some time.
U.S. has been dominant. That's what I know. Those are my...
Imagine the gold in women's and men's hockey. Sheesh.
That'd be a big L for Canada more than it'd be a big win for America. It's like that's their one sport that they kind of claim, and then the U.S. kicks their butt in both men's and women's. That'd be a tough pill to swallow. It really would be.
Women's curling, I think, is live right now. Someone in our YouTube chat just threw up. Have you been seeing the curling cheating stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Man, this
It's
stuff's
good.
crazy for touching the whatever. I don't know
see
anything about curling, so I can't sit here and
Did you see the
describe it.
Canada? The people said that they were predetermined, had a premeditated camera shots to catch them cheating. It's like, wait, now you're playing the victim for cheating? What are you talking about, dude?
It's like JB Bickerstaff, they got something against us coming into the game,
Yeah, but the Pistons aren't the ones cheating.
Right.
It's like this guy's blatantly
did
cheating.
they cheat though? Is it because
he's releasing it and then pushing it one more time with his
because
finger.
I've seen the finger touch, and it's like I've obviously he's trying to say that it's he didn't do it or whatever, but
Oh, come on. We got 4K cameras, man.
I
We
don't
can
know,
see him
man.
doing it. Is the cameras are on, dude.
yeah.
We can see
Are you
it.
raising your voice at me, man?
I've rewatched that clip a dozen times since yesterday's show, and it gets funnier ever. I think he's a loser, and I think he's an ass. I wouldn't want to play for him, just a loser comment, but it's so funny as a consumer.
It's so good. I think Mick Cronin is great for the sport of basketball because it's someone that everyone can just equally hate on.
I hope UCLA keeps him forever. Give him a lifetime contract. Are you raising your voice at
Yeah,
me?
you are. Just the immediate.
That might be the best
Why
part.
are you asking the question if you just are? If you, yeah, you are.
Yeah, gotcha.
We'll save the rest of the Olympics news for later. Hey, we had some big news yesterday in spring training for the Tigers.
What was that?
Jose Briseño hit a homer off Tarek Skubal.
Yeah, number 3
What?
prospect in the entire farm system, 5th best catching prospect in baseball. Bombs one off of Tarek Skubal. Do you know how many home runs Tarek Skubal's given up in his career versus lefties?
Wasn't it 3 or 4?
5.
Yeah.
On 564 plate appearances, 5 home runs, and somehow Jose Briseño gets one, a slider, lefty. And don't think Tarek Skubal's taking it easy on it. It's Tarek Skubal. You know how competitive he is. It doesn't matter if it's spring training or versus a minor leaguer or versus a major league teammate. He's going balls to the walls,
right,
being competitive, and Briseño got the best of him yesterday.
Shout out Briseño, man. I mean, we've talked a lot about how much we think Kevin McGonigal potentially can make an impact this year. Now, I don't know if we'll see Clark or Briseño, but it'd be kind of an added luxury if one of them or both of them just storm through AAA, and it's
not really
shoot.
a spot for him to play. That's the thing.
I've always viewed Briseño as maybe the first baseman, but obviously Torkelson is the first baseman.
Exactly.
So, and Dingler's awesome. We have Tomas Nido as the backup catcher who rocks.
I love Tomas.
So obviously Jake Rogers is in the mix as well. So yeah, we'll see if any of those guys, if Briseño can make an impact. But first game for the Tigers Saturday, right?
Saturday versus the Yankees.
Man, nothing better than some February baseball. Versus the Yankees, too. Wow. Get to preview that with John tomorrow.
Sure.
Baseball also did elect their new MLB PA executive director, at least interim right now. It's Bruce Meyer. This comes after all the stuff that happened with Tony Clark.
So this happened so fast that I feel like it kind of just it was like a 48-hour thing of this guy's stepping down or resigning, and then in the midst of it, we find out that he was, sleeping with his brother's wife or something like that.
Yes.
Don't really know how that plays into this.
Well, that's why, because his brother's wife also worked in the union.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, just...
So, yeah, that's insane. And now they found their new guy. Who did you say it was?
Bruce Meyer.
Okay. See...
And a lockout is just coming as well. I read Passan's article about this, and he basically is just saying it without saying it. There's going to be a lockout once the regular season is over. The players are prepared for it. The owners are prepared for it. And yet the MLBPA is being led by a guy who's sleeping with his brother's wife.
So smart.
Sick. What a great spot the sport is in. We'll do one more thing.
Hot take. Is the lockout actually good for baseball? It dramatizes what's going on. Like a reality show?
Uh,
Probably not, because it just loses
no,
everybody
yeah,
money.
'cause they're just not playing though. Like if it was how it was a couple off seasons ago, where they were lockout the whole time, then out of nowhere, like 2 weeks before the season started, they're like, we're actually playing now. Like then maybe I guess that is. But
they're
no.
going to have all off season to figure it out, and we don't think they're going to be able to do it. We're going to give them 6 months to figure this out, and we don't think they're capable of putting something together.
I don't think so. No.
Because if they're in a lockout right when the World Series ends, does that mean nobody can be signed as well?
I believe so. I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty sure, yes. I think it locks out any transactions or anything that happens as well. So, yeah, it's not great. We have a lot of college basketball stuff to do. We'll do that in the second rendition of the news, but I do want to close out this with one more MLB thing. We have that Cleveland Guardians, of course, whatever you want to call that, gambling pitching case going on. Emmanuel Clase, Luis Ortiz both plead not guilty in the pitch rigging case, even though there's
man.
plenty of evidence. It's on camera, bro. It's on camera. You serious?
Play that clip again for us.
1 sec.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Do we have the full one? Can I just listen to
Oh,
the
yeah,
full one?
I have the full one right here.
Yeah, do
we'll,
that.
We'll still play it.
Focus your thoughts in the student section chanting Booker's name.
I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section.
I just meant the overall the way that you
I would like to give you a kudos for the worst question I've ever been asked.
All right, I'll take it.
Did you like
You should take it.
the preparation of the?
Do you really think I care about the other team's
No, I don't.
student
I don't
section?
think you care about the other.
Are you
team.
raising your voice at me?
No, I'm just.
Yeah, you are.
talking to
Yeah, you are. Come on, dude.
I'm not raising.
Come on. Yes, you are. Everybody's standing here listening to you. Everybody. This is on camera. They can hear you. I answered the question. I could give a rat's ass about the other team's students.
This is on camera. Everybody can hear you. So good.
Just
989.
flips it on him.
Are you raising your voice at me? Yes, you are. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. One player during spring training broke this. Tell you what it is when we come back. Ben Bosscher Show live here on The Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on one. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Myth.
So during spring training yesterday, during camp, Jeff Seidel of the Free Press announces Max Clark broke his tooth. And it wasn't even like he got hit by a pitch or anything. He just, oh, my tooth is broken. And continued on with his interview. That sounds terrible. I actually can't think of anything worse than breaking a tooth as an adult. I did it as a kid.
You can't think of anything worse?
Dying, I suppose. I have PTSD, though, from hearing broken tooth stories. So when I was in 7th grade, I was jumping on a trampoline. And you know when you go to like Sky Zone or whatever the other trampoline parks are and they make you wear those grippy socks? You know what I'm talking about? The socks with a little grip on the bottom of them?
Yeah.
Like yoga
like
socks.
hospital socks, yeah.
Sure. There's a reason they make you wear those. I was bouncing on the trampoline, 7th grade. Slip. My face just goes head first right into like the metal rim part of it. And boom. This whole tooth is fake.
For real?
I swear to God.
Your front tooth?
Yes.
How old were you?
7th grade, 8th grade.
Oh my! So you didn't have those socks on?
No, I just had regular socks and slipped, face dive right into the metal house.
And that's exactly how Max Clark just broke his too.
Apparently, I don't know. I feel bad. I relate to him. I don't know how he broke his tooth. Probably in a much less painful way, but that's a weird one of those weird spring training stories. It's just like, oh yeah, top prospect breaks tooth for
right. Yeah,
reasons unclear.
You see the hockey dudes breaking their teeth. You know, that's a little bit more understandable, fights, but you don't really see it a lot with the baseball guys. I had a similar injury, not nearly as bad as this, but so this is like a parent's nightmare because when I got my braces off, I had braces early in high school. So this would have been like my sophomore year of high school. I got my braces off literally like the weekend after, like 2 or 3 days after. I'm playing hoops, playing 2v2 pickup with some of my friends, and I like jump up to get a rebound, and the defender is like underneath me, and he jumps up and just boom, his head right into my chin, and I just cut open my lip really bad, but like somehow I did not mess up my teeth. Like it was a really
it's probably
bad.
a good thing you didn't have braces.
Yeah, probably, but it's just the fact that I just got them off. Like I don't know how I didn't mess up my teeth, but I absolutely just messed up my lips really bad.
That happened to me one time playing basketball too. I think I caught an elbow to the mouth, and like my tooth just busted open my lip, and I like took 3 steps down the court, and all of a sudden I looked down, and there was just blood everywhere.
Exactly.
Oh no,
it was terrible. Yeah, like the teeth just boom right into the lip, just cut it right open. So yeah, really gross.
Yeah, so I don't think it was that violent with Max Clark. This article goes on to say like, yeah, he kind of just like casually like took a piece of his tooth out, threw it in the trash can, and said, I'm gonna have to fix that in a little bit. What?
That sounds like, imagine just eating food and then just boom, like half your tooth is out.
Yeah, I would not like that. I can't imagine when or how this happened for Clark. I don't really understand how that just can happen out of the blue unless you get hit in the face. I'm not a dentist, though.
Not like Brandon Scott.
No, not like Brandon Scott. So that's what's going on in spring training right now. One of our top prospects is missing half of his tooth.
We're at that point in the offseason.
Yeah, we are. In other Tigers news, they put out a little teaser on their Twitter, little drum emoji. Half of it's orange, half of it's blue in the graphic that they posted. I think they're going to announce these jerseys today, Kyle.
Oh, you think they're announcing them today?
Did you see their post? So they posted on Twitter the drums, drum being played, so I'd imagine that's drum roll. Then a graphic that's half orange, half blue, and mysterious figure. The right person looks like, or the left person looks like Torkelson. I can't really tell who the right person is. Could just be an actor. But that part of it's navy blue. I think they're going to announce both of these jerseys today.
I really hope so, man. I'm a huge fan. I hope they go on sale today, too.
I think if I'm going to buy one, it's more likely just going to be the navy one. And I will say, it probably just can't be Scooble, right? If you're going to buy a Tigers jersey before the season starts, it can't be Scooble.
Because what if these are just like a this year jersey? Which they're probably not. The MLB doesn't really do it like the NBA where they're just like only available for 1 year.
then I wouldn't buy it at all if it was only 1 year.
But it's like you get the Scooble jersey of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just anti anyone who I know could be on a different team next season. I'm sorry. I'm not going to buy someone's jersey.
Anyone could be on a different team next season, man. You never know anything.
I guess, but Riley Green's not going to be on a different team. He's still got arbitration left, and you would imagine the Tigers are going to go out of their way to I'd rather have a McGonigal jersey than I would have a Scooble jersey at this point.
Yeah, it's always a risk to get the top prospects jersey. It's like when everyone bought the Torkelson jersey right away, and then it was like there was a time and place where it was like, wow,
this is worthless.
Waste of a jersey. Yeah, exactly.
Not so much anymore.
Now it's probably not now, but it's probably still the most owned Tigers jersey.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
I still think I like these navy ones a little bit more than I like the orange ones.
Yeah.
The orange ones, I'm not anti the orange ones. I think it's just tough to match you have to have blue pants or else I don't really know what other color you can wear it with. Gray, maybe? Gray pants?
I think gray pants could look fine.
Dark gray in the orange.
Are you saying go white pants with the navy?
You can do a lot of different stuff with the navy, but yeah, like the white pants would probably be the most ideal play, or like the khaki. You can really do anything with the navy jersey.
Ooh, Noah's given us a really good YouTube chat. Updated Verlander jersey. Like yet another Verlander jersey, but with one of these.
Oh, now that they've got the cool jerseys.
That's
and
pretty
everything?
sick. That's pretty cool. I could totally get down with that.
Yes, because I'd imagine there's a lot of people that have Verlander jerseys in the closet, just kind of tucked away.
Oh, for sure. I used to have one when I was a kid. I don't have it anymore because it was like I was a kid, but like.
And now, rather than busting out the old, maybe some stains on it, Verlander jersey, buy the new that's a one there. Even if he's not on the team next year, it doesn't matter. You can just get the new updated, like Noah said, the new updated. What do they call these? City Connects?
I don't know what these are. I think
Alternates?
they're just going to be their alts. Yeah, because the City Connect was the blue one.
Are they keeping those around?
I don't know because
pray to God those are done.
MLB has gone through like a phase 2 of the City Connects where like they had so many teams got it this year, and then the next year those teams will get it, and now we're seeing teams like do it the second time around. Like the Padres had their second City Connect jersey last year.
Yeah, the MLB
so maybe
and
one
all
of these is that.
Maybe the MLB and all the teams are like, oh, there's morons that'll just buy every jersey. They'll just
like
keep
the NBA?
buying. Yeah, they'll just
Wait,
keep
let's
buying
switch
them.
it every year. Yeah. I will say, like, I'm not as out on the City Connect jerseys as you are. You think it's the worst jersey ever made.
I do.
But I think if you have both of these alternates, there's no reason to have that. Like, MLB is not some sport where you need 6 different jerseys like the NBA is. Like these 4 is plenty, and they're all cool. Like if it's these 4 in rotation, I'm totally all in.
I just think the Motor City Connect ones that the Tigers have now are just so like. It looks like they were designed by a high schooler. Like, oh, we're gonna put a tire
so a high
stripe.
schooler can't have any special ability.
That's not what I'm saying, but like the hat just says Detroit rather than the English D. I don't like that. And then Motor City, oh, really creative guys. And then just a tire stripe down the middle with a blue that's never been a part of the Tigers color scheme. Like I don't know. I'm out on it.
I just like that they're actually implementing the navy and orange, which are. Like, when you think of the Tigers, navy and orange, like, probably is the colorway. There just was never any orange implemented, and the navy is just the old English D in the hat, like that's all it is. So I'm cool that they're rocking with both of these.
989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mitt, 10 o'clock hour. On the way, a lot of good stuff coming up, including a special guest that we'll have on to preview some stuff going on in the region. 11 o'clock hour, we'll get to more David Montgomery. We'll get to some Detroit Pistons because they're in action. All-Star break finally over. No Duran and Stu tonight, but it is a battle in New York going up against our fierce rival, the New York Knicks. That's all coming up on the show.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding.
York studios. This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
Welcome back in, 10 o'clock hour here on the Ben Bosscher Show, live on 100.9 The Mitt, live on YouTube as well. If you haven't hit the like button yet on that end, go ahead and do that for us. Tim Shelton's here, Director of Sports Tourism for Go Great Lakes. Tim, how's it going?
Good morning, Ben. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Going well, thanks.
Sports tourism, so it's funny because Sarah had let me know, hey, Tim's going to come in and do it. I was like, perfect. And I was reading your job description. I was like, sports tourism. I know this because I did a project I went to Central and
Right.
I was a sports management minor, and I did a sports tourism project where I had to go interview a couple people in the field. So I was like, I know exactly what this is all
Right,
about.
right.
But for anyone who doesn't, you want to give a little brief explanation?
Well, quite simply, sports tourism is the visitors that is made up of the visitors that come to a region to enjoy sports, whether it's a spectator sport like the Loons or the Spirit, or a participatory sport. We have lots of tournaments, youth tournaments in the area, whether it be soccer, hockey, baseball, those kind of sports. So we're here to promote that and help build that brand awareness and the visitation, obviously, that comes with that.
So you handed me this right before we went live. I had no idea that this existed. We've got arena football here in the Great Lakes Bay region this upcoming summer, or spring, I should say.
We do. Late last year, the Michigan Arsenal were announced. It'll be our local team playing at the Dow Event Center starting in April. They actually will be starting spring training in March, and they'll be practicing right here in Midland at the Civic Arena.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever been a part of arena football before? Because this is like a whole new world to me. I don't know how it differs from regular football, but if it's right in town, I feel like I got to go check it out.
It's new to me. When I first came to this area 20-some years ago, Saginaw had an arena football team at that time. But here we are today. The AFL 1 league is 2 years old. I believe this is the second year. And they're growing their league. So the commissioner of the league is Jeff Fisher, who a lot of us know from the NFL ranks, coaching Tennessee Titans most recently. But, so we have a new owner, and he's bringing this team in. The team has been put together. You can find out more on Michigan Arsenal's website. Tickets are for sale now, and we're looking forward to helping them fill those seats.
You said when you moved here 20 years ago, where are you from?
I'm from central Indiana.
Okay.
I tell folks Indianapolis, but a little south and east of there.
What brought you here?
The community. My wife is from this area, and we had young children at the time, and we were looking for a community to live, work, and play, a good community, good schools, things to do. We love northern Michigan, and so it was a life decision, and it was a good decision.
Yeah.
One of the best I've made.
Yeah. Dow Tennis Classic is going on right now.
It is.
How much of that did you guys have an impact on coming here?
Well, that event is 50 years old, 45 years old, I believe. And that's long before I came to the region. But we would have helped on the front end of promoting that, building the attendance of that. But our organization is just 15 years old.
Okay.
Prior to being Go Great Lakes Bay Convention and Visitors Bureau, we had a Midland, Saginaw, and Bay County Convention and Visitors Bureau. We regionalized that into Go Great Lakes Bay just about 15 years ago.
Gotcha. So you said you've been with Go Great Lakes the entire time, 15 years.
No, my background is hotel management. I was in hotel management for 33 years and decided I'd make a little change just a few years ago. I'll be 3 years in February, so I came over to the Convention and Visitors Bureau as sports tourism director at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how have you liked it?
I love it. It's the most fun I've had in a job my whole career. And the flexibility of it, and just the folks that I get to engage with. It's just, it's sports, and I'm a sports nut, right?
Okay, who's your number one team then? Like in order, who's your three favorite teams?
Indianapolis Colts, because that's my hometown.
Okay.
But I'm a big Lions fan as well. I was here when the Loons were announced. I think that was 2006. I'm a huge supporter of the Loons and the Saginaw Spirit, our local teams. But yeah, I'm an Indiana guy. I'm an Indiana Hoosier fan. So
You're riding a high right now.
loving it. Yes, yeah. We're a football school too now. So.
It's nice to be able to say that.
It is
now, isn't it?
It was so special. I grew up in Southern Indiana, and it was all about basketball. And I'm a basketball guy too. I coached it when my kids were younger and played it. But just to see what Kurt Signetti's done with that program has just been awesome to witness.
What is your favorite part of the job here for Go Great Lakes?
It's interacting with our local stakeholders, whether it be the Greater Midland Tennis Center, helping them bring in large national pickleball events, just engaging with them and helping them with their goals, whether it be helping with the on the front end in the bidding process for large events that are looking for places to have their events and host their events. So it's the interaction with our clients, with our stakeholders.
Tell me a little bit about this pickleball tournament, because I saw that was announced I don't remember when it was announced, but then it kind of slipped my mind. Then you just reminded me of it. But there's a pretty big pickleball tournament coming to Midland, correct?
Well, it happened in August. There will be more. About a year ago, the APP, the Association of Pickleball Professionals, approached Jeff Reckaway over at the Tennis Center and then myself. They needed a location. The Los Angeles Open Los Angeles had to bow out of their tournament, so they were looking for a place to bring that Open Series tournament. So we. And I say the Tennis Center did the heavy lift. We helped promote it and set the hotel rooms up for the players and the fans. But so that happened last August and early August. And, that was a 5-week event with over 500 players. And we will have APP back, and we'll also have PPA. Jeff is working on some new events now, which we'll announce at a future date. So we, as an organization, helped fund the new pickleball facility over there. Our local board provided some funds to help assist getting that new pickleball arena or pickleball facility built. It was literally, ribbon cutting was 1st of July, and we had a major tour event in early August. So it was a fun few weeks for sure.
So is that now potentially a staple of the Great Lakes Bay region going forward on a yearly basis?
We'll see. The APP, they've moved this event around. They were looking for a larger demographic. They've taken that one to Detroit, quite honestly. But they're looking at us for more events. And so, like I said, I believe we'll be able to announce some things very soon.
Good.
We just sort of were a placeholder for the first year, but we are looking for a long-term commitment with either APP or PPA moving forward for sure.
So we got pickleball, we got arena football. What else can we maybe see in the Great Lakes Bay region?
Well, a lot of folks don't know about that we're quite a fishing mecca, the Saginaw Bay. We have professional fishing tournaments there. The fishing industry is huge in our region. If you drive from Saginaw to Bay County or to Bay City on Highway 13, you will see hundreds of ice shanties out there with the ice fishermen and even out on the bay. So that's a big industry. So we help support that. We've brought in Major League Fishing, Bass Pro Series, National Professional Fishing League. Just a year ago, we had the National College Curling Championships here in Midland. So we're touching a little bit of everything, which makes my job just really fun.
Yeah. What's been your favorite sport to kind of dabble into that you never would have thought when you took the job?
Probably the fishing. I'm a fisherman, not that good at it, but to be in the mix and meeting some of those professional anglers and watching, fishing now is a television sport. They stream it live. There's cameras on the boats. And to see our region highlighted
Yeah.
through that medium was really cool. So it was different, right? I love all sports, but the fishing has been really fun to be a part of.
Is there any besides fishing, the arena football? Those kind of seem like the newer ones that people maybe aren't familiar with. What's maybe one that I didn't even realize it took someone in the sports tourism world to kind of bring these sort of events to Midland that people are probably a little bit more familiar with?
Yeah, sure. So part of my job is to help our local facilities find new opportunities through the Memorial Cup, which we were part of, a small part of. But in 2024, there were some legacy projects affiliated with that. One was a $2 million renovation of Hoyt Park in downtown Saginaw. I worked with the Hoyt Park group. We went out and secured USA Softball to bring in new tournaments into the summer months. And so we have now a great relationship with USA Softball, and they're doing multiple tournaments at Hoyt Park every summer now. And so that brings in new visitors that we didn't have before, and that direct spending impact that comes with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You got any fun stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks besides the arena football that starts on April 25th?
Well, right now in this time of the year, we're gearing up for the summer events. So we're starting to, I'm on the steering committee with the Dow Championship, the LPGA event, and summer baseball and soccer tournaments. We have, like I said, I mentioned participatory sports. That's a huge part of our spending impact in the region. In our region in 2025, there was $95 million of direct spending impact in our region due to everything from a youth soccer tournament to the Loons baseball organization, just across the board. So it's a big impact for our region, and we're just excited to be a part of helping grow that impact.
Tim Shelton, Director of Sports Tourism for Go Great Lakes. I appreciate you joining me here, man. That was a nice conversation.
Thanks for having me, Ben.
I would have not known about the arena football coming to town if it wasn't for this. So I appreciate you filling me in on that.
Yeah, we need to fill those seats. So I've got a lot of work to do to help them in that respect. But again, for the listeners, go on to Michigan Arsenal's website. You can learn all about the league, how it's played. It's a very fast-paced football game for sure.
Well, I'll try to do my part in getting people at these games as well.
There you go. I appreciate it, Ben.
989-837-6125. Tim Shelton, Director of Sports Tourism for the Go Great Lakes. For Go Great Lakes here in Midland, Michigan. All right, when we come back, more on the Detroit Lions. David Montgomery, is he going to be back with Detroit next season? This is the Ben Bosscher Show live on the Mitt.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt. by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
So, 20 minutes ago we said, I think the Tigers might be announcing these new jerseys today. They've already done it. We've got our orange. We've got our navy blue. These look about as clean as the leaks let us on. We just saw the jerseys. We didn't see them getting worn by anybody. Now we've got pictures of Torkelson and Kerry Carpenter in them. I love this, man. The hat's the same for both of them. The navy hat with the blue trim and the orange Tigers logo. And then with the orange jerseys, it's like this shiny orange with the navy English D on the right side. You got the old school Detroit Tigers logo on the arm patch with the white pants. And then the orange gloves from Spencer Torkelson. Just a beautiful touch. And then with the navy hats, exact same hat for this alternative. It just says, it looks just like the road jerseys, but instead of having a gray jersey, it's navy. And then in orange lettering, it says Detroit in kind of the cursive with the white trim around it. I love these, man. These look good, and those are being worn with the gray pants. So the Tigers now have 5 jerseys in rotation. The homes, the aways, the white and grays, and then the orange they'll wear at home every Friday, it sounds like, at home. And then the road jerseys, the navy ones, will just be selective road dates with the City Connect still being in rotation, unfortunately. I don't know why we would continue to wear those if we've got 4 other options that are cooler. Those games will be moved to selective Mondays. But every Friday, the Tigers are going to be wearing these orange ones. I love this, man. This is fun.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet.
I wish they were wearing the navies at home some of these games.
Man, it's so funny, though, that we were literally just talking about this, and just bam, just like that, they're introduced. I love the patch. Like you said, that old Tigers logo, that's something that we talked about. We wanted the Tigers to start implementing more. It's an awesome logo to get the actual Tiger involved a little bit. Of course, the old English D it's always going to be legendary, but I'm a big fan of this. This is fun, man. They go on sale Sunday, it sounds like, online. So
which one are you more likely to get?
Both.
You're going to get both?
I mean, I have to get both, right? Like, I might not get both at the same time. I'm definitely more likely to get the navy one. But I probably will get both. I just don't like that they'll never wear it at home.
Like, I don't like that I can never go to a Tigers game and I know they'll never be wearing this jersey. You know what I mean? That part's a little frustrating.
I mean, it's that frustrating? It's like getting a gray jersey, like.
I would never get the gray jersey.
Why not?
I don't know. They're fine. I like the home. I just like the home whites. I think the most more than any of these. Right? Like the home white is still number one.
I mean, that's obvious.
But they needed some sort of spice, and I didn't feel that at all when they broke out the City Connects last year. I never felt like this was something I could cling on to. It didn't feel like Tigers, I think, was my biggest issue with it. Like they came up with this random color blue, and they had the black. That's never been the Tigers. Now they're actually doing the navy and the orange. This feels a little bit more Detroit Tigers. Sweet. This feels a little more Detroit Tigers than the City Connects in my eyes, where it was blue and black.
Of course,
and I never
it does.
Really understood.
Yeah, it feels like way more Detroit Tigers. We're getting the pants too. That was Ben's biggest worry, man. He was like, "What is the pants gonna look like? Are you happy with the pants?"
I am happy with the pants. I was just worried about would you like the blue jerseys more, the navy jerseys more, if it was navy pants too, navy on navy?
No, I'm not a huge all full one color thing. Like if it's an odd color outside of white, of course,
little league-ish.
White is fine, yeah. But I mean, I think gray or white pants is kind of what you have to rock. Yeah. And they rock in the white pants with the orange jerseys, which makes sense because they're at home, and then the gray pants with the navies because they'll be on the road. So,
Kerry Carpenter quoted saying, "The whites are amazing; those will always be our best jerseys. But I think adding different ones, it's really good to give some more flavor to our uniform, our color scheme, and everything." Yeah, the color, how long have Tigers fans been asking for orange? Forever. Since I was a kid. Where have these orange jerseys been? And now we finally got them. I like it. It's like a little shiny orange to it as well.
And the hat with the orange bills, you can see that the logo patch too on the side now with that Tigers one. I like those orange stripes on the side of the navy ones too. Man, these are just really good jerseys. They're really good jerseys. And I don't have a current Tigers jersey, so it's going to be nice to get one now. Probably the navy one I go first. I think we are going to see Justin Verlander's jersey be the most worn jersey now. Because people already have it, and then people want to get one now too. I think he will become the most worn Tiger jersey.
I think I might be chasing the orange. As much as I
Yeah, I thought you were out on the orange one.
I like the way
it's
this
just
looks.
a white jersey, but it's orange.
I like the hat maybe more than anything. The hat is nice. The orange brim, the orange trim on the logo. It's
orange D as well.
Yeah. This is really good. Good job by the Illich family, man. They don't get a lot of big thumbs ups, but this one's good. I don't know who designed these. They're simple, but it was a well-needed spark in the Tigers jersey rotation.
And I think the most important thing about all this is that they are like listening to the fans.
Yes.
Like that's what Petzold's article about this says. Like there was a clear cry for the Tigers fans wanting some alternate jerseys, getting orange involved, and the fact that they were just like, okay, well, let's do 2 of them. Like, all right, I'm cool with it. Why not? It's funny that this got leaked by what was it, MLB The Show and then Fanatics? Like it got leaked by 2 different things, which is just hilarious how it went down that way. But
I think they do that on purpose, though, because the same thing happened. Like the
to build
Fanatics
hype about
always leaks the jerseys before they were supposed to get them. Like we knew about the Lions Motor City Connect ones, the Motor City Muscle ones,
right,
weeks before the Lions announced it. And
it
the
feels like
Lions are getting new jerseys too, aren't they?
Are they?
Because they have to do the Rivals ones.
They're the Rivals teams this yeyear?
Let me double check that.
Because it's 2 divisions each time that have the Rivals, which I was out on a lot of the Rivals jerseys, but that's just kind of how I felt.
Yeah. The Lions are going to get some Rivals jerseys this year.
Okay, so what do they do? See, most teams...
Is it going to be like a
just
white?
Went with a classic, like a traditional color, and just made it a little bit of a different jersey. So, do they go with just a different kind of white jersey? Do they do with a different kind of blue jersey? Because they already have black.
Yeah, they already have the black and blue combo.
Yeah.
I don't need more of that.
Is there like a silver jersey, not the gray jerseys, but like something that's more silver than anything?
Silver and blue. I think that could look pretty cool.
Right.
Didn't the Cardinals kind of break something out? No,
The
theirs
Cardinals
was
had like the
eggshell.
sandy. Yeah, it was like a sand type of jersey, like a desert themed thing.
They could do something pretty cool with the silver and gray jerseys. The Lions could this upcoming season. I'm excited to see what that looks like because the Patriots was so good. Their Rivals jersey.
Oh yeah,
The Rams was amazing.
Was really good.
The
there was some really good
49ers was good.
Michael says the orange jersey gives pumpkin vibes, but he says orange just isn't my thing. The blue one is fire.
I like the blue one too, man. I really do. 989-837-6125. Which one of these jerseys are you going to be rocking? This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mid, 10 o'clock hour. We're rocking and rolling here. We'll take a trip around the league when we come back. Live on YouTube, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button on yet on that end, please go ahead and do so. If you're watching, you can see out the jerseys that we're talking about right now for the Tigers. I'm excited for these, man. Every Friday in Comerica Park, they'll be rocking the orange. Mondays, they'll rock the gross Motor City Connect jerseys. I don't really know why they still have those ones, the blue. So random. All right, hey, we talk about having the home field advantage all the time. Tigers, home field advantage, wearing the orange jerseys. Well, if your home or business uses propane, the company that gives you the advantage is Forward Energy. Since 1925, they've been serving our local community with propane and fuel solutions for homes and businesses. Local people, reliable service. That's Forward Energy, part of the home team.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100. Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Okay, the consensus in the office is the navy blue jerseys are better. Or at least more wearable for the common person. I think the orange jerseys are good for the Tigers. I think it's just tougher to match that with a lot of other stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's the navy one's a more casual wear if you're just going out.
You know, we got to get this more opinion on that you can't wear orange with khaki-colored pants because we had that conversation last time when this came out. It's an interesting topic.
I said you can't wear orange and khaki?
Yeah, remember you said that you couldn't wear. Because you were like, what do you wear with an orange shirt? Like, what is your pants, you know? Like, is it...
Can you wear orange with khaki pants? Okay, yeah, Sarah says no.
Really?
I'm going to defer to Sarah.
See, I can see yellow. I can see no yellow top with khaki pants, but orange? Come on, man.
I think it depends on what shade. Like, this color khaki would look weird with this orange.
It may. I can kind of see it. I
think you got to, like, if you're going to wear
But you can't wear black pants with orange top because these have navy on them. And then you're doing the navy and black clash. That's just, you can't do that.
This is what I'm saying, that the navy jerseys are a little bit more user-friendly. You can wear a couple more things. Like, you can wear gray. You can wear, I guess you can't really go blue on blue, though. You got to have an exact, but what color pants are you going to wear if you wear the blue top?
Khaki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can wear the khaki, but even with the orange on the top.
I thought we were talking about the navy on the top. Yeah.
That's what. But there's still, I'm talking about the navy on the top, but there's still a little bit of orange in those jerseys. You can wear the khaki there, though.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Sarah's catching some flack in the YouTube chat, by the way.
Really?
Noah says, I won't take Sarah's word for anything.
Oh.
Same.
Okay. Let's take a trip around the league.
It's time to zoom out and go around the league.
All right, I've got 3 big off-season questions from The Athletic, Chris Branch and Torrey Hart, regarding this NFL offseason. You ready?
Okay.
What to follow this NFL offseason? Number 1, will Max Crosby or A.J. Brown be traded? This is like a 2-for-1.
Either one. What are the odds that either one of them is traded? It's still
I would
plus,
say
right?
even.
You think it's even?
No, the odds of both of them ending up on the same team.
Wait,
I
on the
feel like,
same team?
No,
What?
like on their same team that they're on right now. Like
I see
the
what you're
odds of
saying.
A.J. Brown being in Philly and Max Crosby being in.
I would put that at like minus 110.
I would take the one of them ends up on a different
Really?
team then. I think the ship might have sailed for the Raiders. They're looking to do a full rebuild thing.
I think
But
it
at the
makes
same
sense
time-
for the Raiders, like, but just because you've already kind of overused your time with Crosby as far as, like, you have this elite defensive player and it hasn't mattered. It's the same conversation you could have with the Browns. Like, yeah, it's great for the team. It's great for the city to have that elite player, but, like, it hasn't translated to anything. You need to get capital going forward. It's probably worse for the Raiders.
And you probably, like, if you're the Raiders and you can load up on draft picks after you picked number 1 overall.
Yeah.
So you draft your quarterback and you have a plethora of draft picks for the future. Like, that's a pretty ideal situation to be in. Plus, I know we all love Bowers and we like the idea of Genty. They need a wide receiver 1 over there. And if you can trade Crosby and get one of those guys in return, I'm not talking like a Jefferson or like Alpha 1A type of receiver, but if you can go get a nice, friendly guy for Mendoza and have a ton of draft picks, I think that's a pretty ideal situation to be in for the Raiders. Now, the flip side is if you think the Raiders can be competitive, you want to keep Crosby around.
Right. Your counter is that Mendoza's awesome right away, and you have a good quarterback on a rookie contract, so why, like, then you can compete. Like, that would be the only thing. I'm like, it'd be nice to, if Mendoza rocks, it's like, man, it'd be awesome if we had an elite defensive player right now, you know? But
I think I'd rather just, like, if you can get 2 firsts for him, that feels very
You
ideal.
also are just competing in such a tough division, man. Like,
yeah.
I think you probably have to face reality a little bit with that, too.
And with the Eagles, I don't think he's going to ask out. I think he would have by now. I don't think Crosby's going to ask out either. But with A.J. Brown, that's just such a weird circumstance because, like, man, what's your ideal situation, A.J. Brown? Where are you going where you get fed the ball way more?
Like most other places?
Yeah,
right?
But, like, what's the team? We can do the will he be traded, but, like, you got to tell me the team that he's going to before I'm ready to just be like, yeah, he's on the move.
And for Philly, like, we all know Howie Roseman, like, he operates at an extremely high level as far as he's not going to get finessed in a trade. He's going to win most trades. You're trading A.J. Brown at a value that is probably not true A.J. Brown value. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that guy's worth a first-round pick. Is he going to get traded for one? No. So, yeah, it's a tough spot there.
Like, could San Fran pull this off?
I don't know what their money situation looks like. I mean, they have so many guys.
They're going to lose Juwan Jennings this year. Brandon Ayuk's just like, he's just cooked, right?
Yeah, he will be off the team. Ricky Pearsall was battling through injury all year last year.
That wouldn't be a bad addition.
It wouldn't
for
be
him.
bad.
I don't know how
but
they
then
pull
again,
that off.
why in the hell would the Eagles want to trade him to the 49ers? That's like their number one, like, out-of-division rival.
Yeah.
So, I would...
It'd have to be Buffalo, right? Buffalo's just the name we always throw to.
What are the odds they both get traded?
Plus 500.
You know a sneaky team to trade for a wide receiver? Sneaky?
Green Bay?
No, but that would really suck. Carolina.
Oh.
I could see Carolina being like, you know
really
what, we need to support. Yeah, but like team them up. Like we need to support Bryce Young. Let's get this elite wide receiver duo. Tet's on the rookie deal. Like I could see it.
I like that, but I don't know if Carolina should be giving up draft capital.
Right.
They're like a year away from being the buy-in team.
Or they have to be right now because they went to the playoffs last year. Can't disappoint.
That would be funny. Question number 2. What do the Colts pay Daniel Jones? I would imagine this is not a lot of money. Like 1 or 2 year contract because they're kind of recovering from the worst trade we've seen. Like, we thought the Micah Parsons trade was, this will never be topped. This is so stupid. No, trading for Sauce Gardner actually ended up being one of the worst decisions we've seen a GM make.
Did we think
the
Micah Parsons thing was that stupid?
I thought it was.
From who?
For the Cowboys. You traded one of your best players. You traded arguably the best defensive player in the NFL.
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad, but it's like kind of working out for them a little bit right now.
I mean, they missed the playoffs, but yeah.
Right. Anyways, though, yeah.
I think trading 2 firsts for Sauce Gardner at the first sign of, hey, we're actually a little bit competitive was one of the more idiotic decisions I can remember a GM making. And they suffered the consequences from it because they stalled out and their quarterback got hurt and they missed the playoffs and now they don't have their pick this year or the following season. I'd imagine they want to, not. I wouldn't want to commit all that much to Daniel Jones, even though he was great last year. This is a 1 or 2 year deal for me.
Because you have to commit to him, though, because you're trying to be good now, and you were good when he played. So it's a tough balance because Daniel Jones is coming off of the big-time injury, probably doesn't want to sign a long contract because it's not going to be worth a lot of money. But if you're Indianapolis, like you can't risk letting him hit the open market, and a team like Minnesota is like, we had this guy in our room once, we have a chance to get him back, let's do it again. So I would assume that he's going to be back on the Colts for sure, but I'm just going to guess it's another 1-year contract. Since he's coming off of the big injury, prove it year, you ball out again, then you'll get the big time contract. Because is anyone still thinking Daniel Jones, like, is he back? Like, is he good to a really good quarterback now?
I think he's like above average.
Okay, then I would say that's yes. Like, because he went from being
Sam
a backup.
Darnold,
He went
Sam
from being
Darnold,
a third string.
Sam Darnold or
Sam Darnold.
Or Daniel Jones.
Sam Darnold. Not even a question.
I think it's closer than that.
So you're in on Daniel Jones then. I mean, that would absolutely implement that. So it's like, but does everyone think that way? We saw half a good season of Daniel Jones after he had flamed out in the NFL, So it's interesting.
Final question. What happens to the veteran quarterback carousel? Tua Tagovailoa, Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith,
Derek Carr.
Where are all these guys going to end up? That doesn't even include guys like
Joe
Malik
Flacco.
Willis and Joe Flacco, yeah. I think here's where I'm at right now. I think Kyler sticks in Atlanta. Or I'm sorry, sticks in Arizona. I think Malik Willis ends up on the Jets. I think Kirk Cousins is in Minnesota competing. And I really just don't know what happens to Atlanta. I really don't.
The team that needs the quarterback the most, honestly.
Yes. Geno Smith, they can't do that.
Whatever happens to Kyler Murray, I think kind of determines how the rest of the quarterback carousel is going to go this offseason. Hopefully we find out that news first. But if Kyler Murray is traded, then I think a whole flurry of things can happen. If he's not being moved, then I don't necessarily know what the big quarterback acquisitions are outside of, is there another quarterback taken early outside of Fernando Mendoza? That's basically it. Because Pittsburgh needs a quarterback too. That's another team.
Ty Simpson. You don't want some Ty Simpson on your team who's started in 12 college games in his career? I would be staying away. I don't think you could convince me to draft him for anything, really, if he started that few college games in his entire career. I'm trying to find the exact number right now. 31,
it's not meant.
31 games. I think it's 15 starts.
There's no way he played in 16 games as not a starter, though, right?
I mean, he played in 4, but yeah, because Alabama does the thing where they'll just bring someone in for a couple snaps. You know what I mean? He played in 4 games, but had 4 passing attempts in his freshman season. Similar stats in, he's only has 1 year as a starter.
Yeah, I remember when Jalen Milroe almost got benched and Simpson was playing a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be out on drafting him. 989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Thanks to Air Insurance for making sure Around the League is possible. At Air Insurance, they understand not everyone's insurance needs are the same. They want to work personally with you to create something best suited for your needs. Whether it's life or home or auto or physical insurance, it's all available with the Air Insurance Group with Farm Bureau. The team's got over 100 years of combined experience. They know exactly how to put you in the best position possible. The experience matters, and that's why the Air Insurance Group with Farm Bureau Insurance is the way to go. Serving the Tri-Cities with locations in Bay City and Saginaw.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9. Built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Okay, welcome back in. David Montgomery, do we think he's going to be with the Lions this year? I think I've ultimately landed on yes, I do. The Petsing quote was maybe the most convincing that, I love David Montgomery. I got to find a way to utilize him. We've got 2 different 3-down backs. Okay, well, you can't use both of them all 3 downs every single play, as much as Lions fans and Lions media have been begging for 2 running back sets. You got to find a way to split these guys up and use them both efficiently. I know it sucks to not have Gibbs on the field, but I think the Lions, if the offensive line is fixed, could really benefit and did really benefit from Montgomery being able to set the tone in these games, specifically early and then late into the games when you can just, boom, pound the rock, deliver hits. I think that's what, Gibbs is incredible for many different ways. Montgomery delivers hits to defensive players, and when defensive players are tired because they've been playing for 3.5 quarters, and Gibbs and Monty are both still fresh because they both have 10 carries and are splitting the workload, and Montgomery can still go hit dudes, I think that's invaluable to where we can compare the stats and how his usage was lower this season, but I think that sort of stuff is where the Lions get the most value out of David Montgomery, is setting tones and delivering hits late into games to just kind of have the swagger. Like, anytime I go back and watch clips from the 2023 or 24 season, Lions run downhill. They play with swagger. They get up every single time, shrugging their shoulders, ready to go. And you didn't feel that last year at all. Part of that was because they could never establish the running game. But I think part of that's because David Montgomery wasn't being utilized as much, and they didn't, have the confidence or the swag or the, just that aura that they were playing with. I think they missed that last season. Part of that's because the offensive line just wasn't as good. Part of that is because David Montgomery just wasn't getting enough run in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a tough balance because
it is.
There was the games where, Jahmyr Gibbs has the 3 touchdowns, and we're sitting here saying this guy's the best running back in the NFL. This guy has a chance to be the Lions' best running back since Barry Sanders, like all that stuff. It's hard to balance that with also, being realistic about how much David Montgomery can be involved. And nonetheless, I don't think that means he's a they should cut him. I don't think that it's worth saving the $3 million or whatever it is just to fix that issue, because it's not an issue. It's a benefit to have both of them, and they've been more successful when they use both of them. But also, there was a clear shift this season. Jahmyr Gibbs starts off every drive. Jahmyr Gibbs gets most of the goal line touches throughout all of this past season. David Montgomery would get the stuff where he would line up in the Wildcat and do that a good amount of the time.
Which was effective.
Just run power. Yeah, it worked out, and he passed it a couple times too. But yeah, like Gibbs, there was a shift in power this year, not just from who got more touches, but just who got what drives. Like what Montgomery was known for, opening the games and being the goal line guy, it was mainly all Jahmyr Gibbs this season. And so you do have to cater to Gibbs a little bit because, one, he's so good, and two, you took him in the first round. You made the controversial pick of doing that, and he's been awesome, so you want to play him as much as possible. And it feels like every time he's not on the field is like, what are we doing here? You know, like he's Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, so I see both sides of this. I love Montgomery. I love what he brings to the table, and I love them as a duo. They're so awesome together. I'm sick of the continuously hearing that they're going to play at the same time. Like, they're going to be on the field at the same time. We hear that
3 years of this.
Hear it every single offseason from whoever's going to be the play caller involved. And not that it never, ever happens, but it clearly doesn't happen to the extent that they try to tell us it's going to. So unless they actually figure out a way to do that, I see both sides of this. And hopefully and luckily they don't have to make a decision of like, we need to figure it out now or else we're cutting David Montgomery, because they can do it next offseason. So it's not like this is an urgent issue to figure out. It's not even an issue at all. But I'm just interested to see how Petzing is going to differentiate from Ben Johnson to John Morton now to him.
I'm excited as well. The one thing that I don't think should be unnoticed, though, is after this season, Montgomery being 29 right now, probably seeking to, kind of ball out in that last season in his contract that he's on right now, and the Lions being able to save $9 million by moving on from him, whether that's via trade or just cutting him outright and letting him go pick where he wants to play. This does feel like the last year of David Montgomery being with the Detroit Lions, which can't hold on to everybody. He can still serve the Lions very well this season, and they can still go on and accomplish many great things. The Sonic and Knuckles duo can continue to build on their record that they have of the most touchdowns most duo touchdowns in games, for a career standpoint. But this does feel like it's over after this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's very shocking. I hope that it's over after this and it's not over right now, because and that's just an ESPN article. It's not like there's anything with any warrant behind that. But
correct.
Yeah, I agree. Like it does feel like almost it's hard to give the backup running back a last dance season, but like they got to find a way to utilize David Montgomery not only to satisfy him, but what's going to be best for the team. Like what is going to be most effective for this offense this season with that balance of running backs? How can you utilize Montgomery to the best ability in his final season with the Lions? I mean, he's had a great tenure here. Was a part of a Bears team that it was a joke for most of the time when he was there, and he comes to the Lions, and he was always an underappreciated running back in terms of grand scheme NFL, and he still is right now, but he's just on a bigger scale now here with Detroit.
Yeah. He was great in Chicago when he had when he had a good offensive line, and then the offensive line started to deter a little bit. He just needs to be able to get a full head of steam because he's fast too. Like Lions' best game of the season,
Ravens game
was his best game of the season as well. Like that's when the Lions were at their peak, which was fortunately in a Week 3 matchup. But
yikes,
what are you gonna do? 989-837-6125. Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt's YouTube, Facebook. Please like and subscribe on the YouTube end if you haven't already today. Follow us Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. A lot of great stuff going on that end as well. Coming up in the 11 o'clock hour, we've got a lot more to discuss. The Olympics, Team USA continues to ball out. Not ball out. I don't know what the equivalent of hockey. Puck out? Something like that. They picked up a win. Knicks and Pistons. Pistons are back in action tonight, and they're going up against their arch rivals, the New York Knicks, but they're still going to be without two key players, Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart, because of the fight. It's all coming up here on the show.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mitt.
Studios. This is Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt, WLUN, Pinconning Bay City, Saginaw, Midland.
All right, welcome back in. This is the Ben Bosscher Show, live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Honestly, guys, news of the day is the Tigers dropping their brand new jerseys. These are so awesome. They've got a jersey that they're wearing on Fridays every home game the whole season that are orange with the blue trim, white pants. And then they've got the jerseys that they're wearing on the road for alternative dates, navy, orange lettering, white trim, and then the stripe on the collar and the sleeves of orange and white. Man, these are clean with the hats that are navy, orange brim, orange logo as well, orange English D. I love these, man. I'm so excited that the Tigers have just a little fresh, modern approach to their color scheme. Like, they're bringing in the orange. They're listening to the fans. They're making it exciting again, because for the longest time it was like, no, we're not gonna do any of that stuff. We're not going to have anything other than the orange or other than the white and the roads, which is fine. Those jerseys were nice. But now that the Tigers are relevant again, it's nice that they're also getting in on the fun and allowing their fans to have the fun experience as well.
Yeah, I'm just happy that, in the playoffs this year, when it's an orange out, I actually will have something to wear this time,
But they won't wear these orange jerseys at home. Or no, they will.
Yeah,
they
but
won't wear the
who
navy
cares,
jerseys
though?
at
I still
home.
just at least have one. Like, the fans will have. That was the worst part about the orange out. It's like, you don't even sell orange merch. Like, what do you mean an orange out? No one has orange Tigers gear. So, once again, you got to give kudos to Chris Ilitch and whoever was in charge of all this for listening to the fans. I assume it wasn't a direct thing down from him. But nonetheless, like, just a shout out to the Tigers for hearing what the fans had to say and getting these new jerseys going, man. I'm excited.
Was the orange out almost like a plan in the
tease?
playoffs of like, let's see if anyone has orange jersey. Then when we all complained about it, they were like, you know what we could do is actually make orange jerseys for them to sell. Genius.
It is genius.
And
Genius.
and I saw some people calling it a money grab as well on our text line. But like,
Of course,
all
it's
jerseys money grabs.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
fine.
Maybe the fact that they're going double is a money grab, but like, they also rock, and the fans wanted them. So like, I don't think it's a money grab because people want these.
I can't believe how much better they are than the City Connects that they have, or not the City. What do we call them?
No, those are the City Connects. Yeah.
City Connects. It's so bad. I can't believe how bad those. I don't know why those are still in their rotation. Like what is the incentive to keep those in the rotation? I guess a lot
I'm
of people
assuming they
bought
have a
them.
deal with, like, I would assume it's got to be they have a contract to wear these jerseys for X years. I mean, it's got to be something like that.
I guess a lot of people bought them, but I don't know. I see people wearing those jerseys around. I'm like, really? Did you buy one of these?
No.
Okay, good. I'm like, really? You decided to buy that?
I have a, like, Motor City or whatever you want to call this themed, like, hat. It's not the one that just says Detroit. It's different, but it's, like, the same colorway. But that's about it. That's all I got in on.
Yeah. I think the whites are still, like, if I had to rank the jerseys, the whites are still number 1. The navies are number 2. Orange 3, grays 4, City Connects 5. Any pushback there?
No, you went orange too?
No, I went orange 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would probably rock the same thing. Yeah, the whites are still going to be the most classic. I've always liked the gray jerseys. That's probably just a me thing, but I've always enjoyed the gray jerseys. I think they look pretty clean, but maybe the blue ones will look even like the navy ones would be even better. So I would probably agree with that ranking, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 989-837-6125. If you got any thoughts on those, feel free to chime in to our Mitt message line as well. Pistons Knicks back in action. Thank God the Pistons are back, man. It was a fun All-Star break. I enjoyed watching the All-Star game with Cade and Duran in there, but I'm so glad to have this team back. I get sick to my stomach when they go the whole week without playing. And now not only do they come back into our lives, but they're going to Madison Square Garden tonight, world's most famous arena, to play their arch rivals. Yeah, I'm excited for tonight's game. Even though Beef Stew and Jalen Duran won't be in tonight's action because of the altercation that happened a week ago on Monday against the Hornets. Duran serving the second game of his 2-game suspension. Stew's going to be serving the That would be the second
Just
game
his
of his
second game of 7, yeah.
of his 7th game suspension. Yeah. So without two bigs tonight, B-Ball Paul coming in, we'll see how healthy the Knicks are. But either way, this is a really again we do this a good amount for the Pistons, but hey, this is kind of the game of the day for the NBA. Maybe even in Olympics included, all other sports included. This is probably the best game we've got on today across the sports world.
Yeah, it totally is. I mean, unless you're an Olympics fan, but as far as the NBA being back, these are the two teams everyone talks about. I mean, Stephen A. Smith can't do a first take show without talking about the Pistons. It's crazy. He brings them up at a highly alarming rate because he's scared of them. Yeah, because he's scared of them. And so
I'm scared as hell of the Detroit Pistons.
The Knicks' excuse has been, oh, well, we haven't been healthy when we played the Pistons. Oh, no OG. Oh, we didn't have Cat. Well, yeah, the Pistons didn't have Duren either time either. So,
this will be the third game without Duren against the Knicks.
Correct. It seems like OG is the only guy that might miss this game for the Knicks, and he's a game-time decision, so even he might be back. I would assume he's not quite back yet. It sounded like he wasn't quite ready to return. But nonetheless, Cat is going to be back for them, so that's pretty big. Hart is back as well. He didn't play in the last game.
And we struggle with Cat because of his ability to come down the floor trailing and just hit the threes. And it's not transition, but an extension of the transition game. I swear he hits 3 of those a game against the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean he's played really good against the Pistons in the past, and so I'm wondering if maybe they go back to what they did in the playoffs, and it's Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
You're guarding Cat tonight, I
thought Tobias did a good job on him.
I thought he did too. And I don't know if you heard JB, he hopped on the Road Trippin' podcast during the All-Star break with Richard Jefferson. And they had him on there, and they were asking him about just guys on the Pistons, who's the most unsung, untalked about guy. And he said Tobias. He's you wouldn't think it's Tobias because he's making a ton of money and he's, the veteran of the team. You would think he's a guy that everyone talks about, but his ability to take on that role of guarding Cat, and he always hits a clutch bucket for us in all these tight games. I agreed with a lot of it, man. There's a reason why they probably didn't even consider having Tobias Harris in trade talks at the deadline.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to get. This was probably never even a combo.
Exactly.
For them.
He's important for them. He is. Yeah. Do I trading the contract and the fact that he's an expiring? Sure, I get it, but he plays a big role for this team, especially against these Knicks. So tonight's a game where if the Pistons lose, you're not going to be oh man, because they still have a great lead on New York.
No, screw that. I will be oh man, I hate the Knicks.
Of course,
I can't stand losing to this team.
From a Pistons perspective, I won't be man, are we really like that? Could we beat the? We don't have both of our bigs. That. That's why I'm saying that. But
on the other hand, if they are able to go to Madison Square Garden tonight without Stu, without Duren, and still win, I think that says a couple things. This is the team to beat in the Eastern Conference, as we've been saying for a long time. They can do it on the road if it so comes down to it, even though it sounds like they're going to have any Game 7 at home throughout the Eastern or throughout the the playoffs.
Hopefully.
If they can hold on to this one seed. And, we got a superstar Cade Cunningham going to MSG. He just got put on another magazine cover, guys. GQ magazine just released their latest magazine issue today, and Cade Cunningham's on the cover saying the NBA's next biggest star or the NBA's most blossoming star or something like that. If he can go to MSG and ball out after the All-Star game, first game back, yeah, that's every qualification for being a superstar. At some point, you got to go to Madison Square Garden and have one of your biggest games. Maybe tonight could be that game.
That's what LeBron used to always do, It's funny. I go to click on the standings, and the first thing I see on the NBA standings is a side thing that says why Stephen A. isn't feeling a championship for the Knicks because of the Pistons. That was today. That was his show this morning. So he's already been talking about him. So yeah, I think tonight is one of those games where if you are the Knicks, it feels a little bit must win, just because the Knicks and Pistons don't play again throughout the rest of the season. And if we do feel like these are the teams in the Eastern Conference based off of what happened a year ago. If the Pistons sweep the season series with the Knicks, without Duren and Stewart in the final game,
and Duren in all three of them,
come on, how are you supposed to feel any confident in New York? So that's why the pressure's on them tonight, and I'm super excited to see kind of how the Pistons react to that. And like you said, it's just been a little bit too long without Pistons basketball. I'm fiending for it.
I cannot wait to get Detroit basketball back on the TV. Amazon Prime tonight, 7:30. 989-837-6125. 11 o'clock hour, as always, is brought to you by our friends over at Yiter Insurance. At Yiter Insurance, they know life happens fast, and they're here to make sure you're covered every step of the way. Locally owned and trusted in Midland for decades, they treat you like family, not just another policy number. From home and auto to business and life insurance, Yetter is the right coverage for every stage of life. Their team makes insurance simple with expert advice and real people that you can actually talk to. That's Yetter Insurance Group. We'll be there when you need us since 1940.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on on 100.9 The Mitt.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Here we go. Let's keep rocking and rolling here. We love these new Tigers jerseys. We love the Pistons are back in action tonight. We don't love that Max Clark broke his tooth during spring training. We don't love that at all. Not even a
Poor
little
guy.
bit. Yeah, poor guy. Someone bring a dentist down to Lakeland, Florida. Get him checked out a little bit. You know what I love more than anything, though? Cade Cunningham dropping a triple-double tonight in MSG. That would make my day. That would make my night. And my night's going to be long tonight. You know, I got the Pistons at 7:30, and then
Oh, you have a late game tonight, right?
at the Greater Midland Community Center for our rec league, my team got given the 10:15 start tonight. So I'm going Pistons right into my own game. So I'm going to be taking notes on Cade when he drops his triple-double tonight in MSG. And and taking it to the court. I got nothing bad to say about the Midland Community Center. I love that place, but 10:15 is crazy.
10:15 is, I mean, like, think about even when the Pistons go on the West Coast trip. Like,
so late.
They're
So
not.
late.
They're starting before you are.
I
Like,
know.
as far as East Coast time, 10:15 on a weeknight is just because there's like you're like one of the youngest guys that plays in this, right? Like
Yes. Yes.
it's all older guys. Yeah, who like more than likely have to work in the morning.
I got to work in the morning.
I'm just saying though, like it's not like there's like college kids in this that might not have to work in the morning.
Oh,
you know?
no.
Like,
This is, I don't know how. I think every team once this season has to get the
10-15.
short end of the stick and play this game. But we haven't had a doubleheader yet or anything. It is a late game, though,
it's
man.
commitment. It's a commitment to the craft, and anyone that's involved in that knows how. I mean, you still have to do it. You know.
I'm not going to miss the Pistons. Like, there's no chance unless it goes into overtime that the game's still going by 10, right?
I was just
going to
say you might catch the entire Pistons game before you have to play.
I think I will.
Yeah.
If it starts at 7:30, it's an Amazon Prime game, so maybe 3 hours max.
No, because they have a game afterwards too, so they don't want to have this thing linger on at all.
What time's the tip for the second game?
I think it's at 10. Celtics Warriors, I believe.
Oh, so perfect.
Yeah.
7:30 and so 2.5 hours. At worst, I got to watch it on my phone as I'm driving in. It's a late night though.
Yeah.
Who knows what we're going to be talking about tomorrow morning? Probably my game.
Yeah, if Ben's awake, man.
That's a late one. That's
Probably
okay
my
though.
game. So more likely to have a triple-double, Cade versus the Knicks or Ben in his rec league basketball
Cade
game?
versus the Knicks. There's, I don't get enough assists to do the triple double for my league or rebounds.
I would love to see, like, I'm excited for just a game at MSG. Like you said, there's always a different type of lore when your favorite team goes to the Garden to play. And the Pistons have yet to play there in a spot like this when they're the team to beat. And Cade is, like, at the all-time height of his superstardom. And so I'm excited just for that aspect of it. Like, Cade got talked about a ton during the All-Star break. He gets talked about a lot on TV now. He really has become a major superstar in the league. And what a display to the first game back, the first national TV post-All-Star break game.
It's perfect spotlight for him
Pistons
to go
at
take
Knicks.
it.
It's like the biggest spotlight. Yeah, like what an opportunity this is for Cade.
It's such an opportunity on a grand stage with the lights shining brighter than any other arena in basketball for him to just go ball out and prove why he's the best player. And with no Duran, he's going to have to do it in an even bigger degree today. And no Stu. Like, he's got to go do it not by himself. Like, he's going to have Sir
Yeah, he
Duncan
still has Paul
Robinson out
Reed.
there. He's still got Paul Reed. But did you know, like, what do you think his stats are at MSG?
I mean, probably not unreal, right?
25, 8, and 6. That's not nothing.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's not
How
nothing.
many games? Like 2 or 3?
6.
4?
6.
6?
I mean, he's been in the league 5 years.
I mean, he
man.
like missed an entire season.
He's still been in the league. Oh, yeah. He's got 6 games
Yeah, I
on
guess
the road
that was a
versus
bad
New
guess.
York.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I think people are going to start to realize, too, like maybe starting tonight, is how good of a defender he is. We've been on this for a while, but
sure.
it went up a notch this season to where it's like, oh, no, he's not just like a good defender, like not a liability. He's a great defender for a guard and for, his peers that are in the All-Star game as well. He is one of the best defensive guards we have in the NBA, and I think that's going to be on full display tonight. He's not going to guard Brunson ever. I'd imagine that's going to be a Asar Thompson duty, maybe a little bit of a Ron Holland duty. But last time they played, Asar couldn't even Jalen Brunson couldn't even get a good look off. And that's because of Cade, Cade, Stu, Asar, Ron. Like, everybody deserves a little bit of credit for that. They honed in on him in a big way.
Yeah, and we got to remember the true hero of the last game versus the Knicks, Danis Jenkins. Leading scorer in that game for the Pistons. Like, I assume this game will not be a blowout like the other ones have, as far as Pistons-Knicks goes. Like, that's been the one – it's not disappointing because the Knicks got to be my least favorite team in the league right now. I think most Pistons fans probably feel the same way.
Sure.
So when you absolutely blow them out twice in the regular season, like, that feels great. But tonight, I want it to be a crunch game. Like, I want it to be down to the wire. It should be. Like, it's in New York. Like, there's no reason why the Knicks should get blown out on their home floor coming out of the All-Star break when they're, like, the healthiest they've been in a while. So I just love when it's going to be tight in this game like this and having the Pistons who've been clutch. They've won so many one-score, two-score games this season. Like, in an opportunity on the road against the team that beat you last year where you won a couple playoff games. Like, you didn't win any at home, but you won a couple there. That's what's got me pumped.
Yeah, this is not only an opportunity for the Pistons to prove why they're the best team in the Eastern Conference, but it's an opportunity to make the Knicks feel really insecure about themselves going into the last stretch of the season, to where like we can all of a sudden be that last punch where they kind of start breaking from within after the break.
Right.
Because you're right. They've got no excuses left. They totally should win this game. Healthy, out of the break, at home. No Duran, no Stu. Like, they're missing an all-star. They're missing they're one of their 4 best players in Stu as well. Like, yeah, the Knicks should win this game. And I still feel like the Pistons just hold something over the Knicks right now to where they bring it a different level of intensity to these games. Now, I do expect the Knicks to respond to, the 2 different punches that have been thrown. Not literal punches, but the first 2 times that they've played the Knicks this season, the Pistons have kind of dominated both ways, 30-plus point wins in both games. I expect New York to understand this time around, like, hey, they're going to bring it. This is going to be a playoff-level atmosphere tonight. So we got to bring it as well. I expect an awesome game tonight in LCA.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who's on the broadcast for this one because maybe John would know this because it's the Knicks, of course, but on Prime. So we love the Prime coverage as well. It's been awesome all season. I'm excited.
Aren't we all? All right, 989-837-6125. This here is the Ben Bosscher Show. We are live here from 100.9 The Mitt from 9 to noon every day, Monday through Friday. So make sure to like and subscribe on the YouTube end if you have not already. Ben Bosscher Show live with you as always. Here's what we're going to do the rest of the way. We'll hit the news. We'll do our 2 traditions to close out every show. Unfortunately, our lock of the day did not hit yesterday, even though the United States won. We'll guess Colin's Open. We'll get to it all coming up here in the last half hour of this show. Hey, if you are thinking about your dream lawn, now that you can see the grass outside, sun's out, it's melting the snow, green is good. Your dream lawn, Stravinsky Sod can literally roll that out. Top quality sod that turns patchy yards into backyard showstoppers. And they've been doing it for over 50 years, which means they're experts. Whether you're fixing a rough spot or redoing your whole yard, Stravinsky delivers lush, green perfection. Fast, friendly, and farm fresh because your grass should be greener right now. Don't settle for Increase the value of your home and get the lawn that your neighbors will envy with Stravinsky Sod.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on On 100.9 The Mitt.
So before we get into the actual news, we do have a little bit, I don't want to call it breaking news. It's not like we need to stop the show, but turns out Kevin McGonigal is going to get the start at shortstop for the opening spring training game this Saturday against the Yankees. That's exciting. Why did we get the report that, yeah, uphill battle for McGonigal, don't be surprised if he doesn't make the team, just for him to split reps at shortstop, introduce himself to the team, and now getting the start at shortstop? I feel like signs are now pointing to Kevin McGonigal starting or at least being on the Bigs team to open up the season.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this sign of him starting in spring training is like, oh, he's going to be the starting shortstop day one for the regular season. Like, I don't think it necessarily correlates to that precisely, but I just do think that this is a good sign nonetheless, right? Like, that has to be at least a good sign.
Yeah, I think between introducing himself to his entire team, this and splitting the reps alone with Javi, like, I think the competition is maybe whether or not he balls out in spring training is one thing. Look at the competition he has at shortstop. It's Javi and that's it. We don't want
Trey
Zach
Sweeney's going to be
up.
on the spring training team.
Oh, whatever. That's kind of my point. Look at the competition he has. It's Trey Sweeney. They need a second shortstop.
The Sween dog, yeah.
I feel like we've got a pretty good chance of Kevin McGonigal being on the opening day roster.
Yeah, I think so too, and I'm just excited. Like, obviously, I was going to probably tune into this spring training game for the Tigers anyways, but now I really am excited too. How do I watch it though? Because I still don't know how to watch
Network.
Oh, because of the Yankees.
Yes.
I still don't know how to watch the Tigers this year though. You know, that hasn't been necessarily thrown out there yet.
You're right about that.
Yeah. How much do I have to pay? You know, I don't know. Would love to know all that information.
You get the wings.
New jerseys though. You know, we got new jerseys, so that's good enough.
Yeah, if this is all just a cover for the fact that we have no idea how we're going to watch the Tigers this year.
Hey, you're not going to be able to see the new jerseys, but at least they exist. You know, that's basically it.
Do you want to take a quiz before we hit the news?
Sure.
Just basically testing us whether or not we're tapped into what's going on in the sports world right now. Would you like to read these, or would you like me to?
I can read them. This could be. I mean, like, essentially, you know. I mean, we know what's going on in the sports world right now.
Yeah, but we're going to put that to the test.
It's the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
This is basically testing how much we've been locked into the Olympics.
Well,
so.
Time to find out and probably embarrass ourselves.
All right, who has won? Okay, we're doing this together, by the way.
Yes.
Who has won 5 gold medals at the 2026 Olympics and is the winningest athlete in Winter Games history? I actually know this one because I saw this stat thrown out. Do you know who it is, though? I'll give you the names. You're probably,
yeah, give me the names.
Some of the names are tough. Michaela Schriff in the United States, Jordan Stolz of the United States, Franjo van Almen of Switzerland, and Johannes Holslot Kleibo of Norway.
I'm going to go with the Norway person because I know they have a ton of medals.
It is the Norway guy. He tied. I was going to put this in the actual news. So that's why I knew it. But he has won 10 total gold medals now in his career, which is tied for Michael Phelps for the most ever, and it's the most ever in Winter Games history. So very cool.
Ever?
Wow. Most ever in Winter, in Winter Olympics. And he has a shot to win his 11th at the Saturday's 50-kilometer race. So He could be the all-time most gold medals ever in the Olympics on Saturday. Shout out to Johannes.
Big media doesn't want you to know that. They want you to think
right.
Phelps
They're
is
distracting
the guy.
you. They're distracting you from Johannes. Yeah, and they just want you to know Michael Phelps has the longest putt ever made on camera too.
Michael Phelps does like a golf putting.
Yes.
Okay.
You never seen this?
I'm gonna have to look at this
Yeah.
during the break.
Longest recorded putt of all time is Michael Phelps. Yes. What complimentary product given to athletes at the Milan Cortina Olympics ran out within 3 days?
Condoms.
Is it actually was?
Yeah.
I didn't know
What
that.
were the options that they gave?
Shampoo, toothpaste, condoms, and soap.
Yeah, condoms. I'm all for this though. Like I'd say don't even give them to them. Just make more super babies. All the Olympic athletes.
I'm
should
all
be,
for this though, as if there's like a take behind
all
it.
the Olympic athletes, like they're just breeding the best athletes in the world. I think it's great.
What a time for John to walk into the room. Just gave me the oddest face ever. Yeah, he's all for that. The reproduction of super athletes. All right. What college basketball coach struggling through a poor season was fired Sunday after he said his players did not deserve to wear this uniform?
Oh man,
You don't know this.
Can you give me the options?
Bobby Hurley of Arizona State, Wes Miller of Cincinnati, Jerome Tang of Kansas State, and Adrian Autry of Syracuse. You got to know this one.
Syracuse after Duke just annihilated them.
Oh, no, Ben. It's Jerome Tang of Kansas State. He's still living off of that no-look pass fake lob thing against MSU. He was living off that for years
Oh,
and
I remember
years.
that.
And he no longer because he's been fired now. And they owe him $18 million still.
That's a lot of money.
But they did fire him. Here's a good one. What college basketball team was ranked number 1 in the men's top 25 this week for the first time in 13 years?
Michigan.
Yep. Next. What star player was released by the Miami Dolphins this week?
Bradley Chubb.
Guess what the options are for
Or
this team?
Tyreek Hill.
It is Tyreek Hill. Oh, so your first thought actually was Bradley Chubb.
Yeah.
The 4 options they give are Devon Achane, Jalen Waddle, Tua, and Tyreek Hill. It's obviously
2 of those are going to happen. One of them already has. One of them will. Interesting.
Yeah, good point. Couple more here. Who was named MVP of the NBA All-Star Game Sunday? No
Anthony
options here.
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, yes. LeBron James, one of the options, though.
Nice.
So that's pretty good. Okay, just a couple more. Who called the decision of former Mets reliever Edwin Diaz to sign with the Los Angeles Dodgers perplexing?
Ooh.
I actually don't know if I know this
Is there
one.
options?
Yeah, it's mostly just figures around the league. Giants president Buster Posey, Yankees manager Aaron Boone, Padres general manager A.J. Preller, or Mets owner Steve Cohen. We can answer this one together.
I would guess Cohen.
I think it's Preller because he was in the news about just about the future of the Padres.
Yeah.
John's giving me the shake as it's not A.J. Preller.
I don't. John, if you want to do the quiz, we got microphones right here for it. Come on, we're trying to execute this thing.
Yeah,
we got a
Help
new
us
studio
out,
for
John.
a reason.
Come on, man.
I would guess it's I would guess it's either Cohen or the Padres.
I was shaking my head if it's Preller. What a loser, man. Oh, my gosh. Trade away all your prospects and then, a team spends money and signs a closer when you literally traded for a closer at the deadline and didn't do jack squat.
Let's go.
So,
Let's
it
go
makes
with
him
him
Miller.
then.
I think it's Preller.
Yeah, Preller.
No, it was Steve Cohen. Wow, of the Mets.
Perplexing.
So they probably offered him more.
Yeah, he called it perplexing. Yeah, okay.
And what is Cohen's rationale? The guy who's been closing games for the last couple of years for them. Oh, it's perplexing. No, Dodgers want to shore up a not a weak spot, but what was in terms of going into the season their, I guess, spot that they didn't have an overwhelming amount of people in.
Well, I would guess he's calling it perplexing because they have maybe they offered him a similar deal and he chose them over the Mets. It's like, yeah, duh, they win games. They know how to win.
Okay, I got a good one for you guys. I know the answer to this one. Would former Dodgers World Series hero agree to a minor league deal with the San Diego Padres on Monday?
Former hero.
Yeah. Want the options?
Yeah.
Tyler Glasnow, Kike Hernandez, Walker Buehler, or Miguel Rojas?
It would be
It'd
Buehler.
have to be, Buehler or Rojas.
It wouldn't be
right?
Rojas. Rojas still in New York, right?
So what's your answer?
Mine's Buehler.
Sure, Buehler.
Yeah, it's Walker
Yeah.
Buehler. Yeah.
About to say.
Okay, there's 2 more questions left. Which athlete was the first to publicly cut ties with Wasserman Agency after the release of documents linking the agency's founder, Casey Wasserman, to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell?
A quick aside, by the way, with Wasserman.
What?
He's still the head in terms of the LA 2028 Olympics committee. So he's giving up his agency because of all this to focus on the Olympics. So if you were like, man, the United States should have a corrupt person to run their Olympics too, like every other country, we got our guy in Wasserman. So
we've officially entered political territory.
We got our guy, baby.
Good stuff, John.
Wasserman.
Do you guys know the answer?
I'm not even sure I understand the question.
Well, this athlete, their agency was Wasserman. It was the Wasserman agency, and they're no longer with them because of the Epstein stuff.
Can we have options?
Yeah, Max Crosby, Diana Taurasi, Steven Gerrard, and Abby Wambach.
It was Wambach.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know this one. All right, last question.
I just saw that headline.
I don't really know if I want to ask this last one.
Ask it.
Nah, I don't really know if I want to.
Why?
Which of the following former pro athletes received a pardon from President Trump last week?
It was, oh gosh.
Options?
Yeah, hold on.
Roger Clemens, Sean Kemp, Barry Bonds, and Joe Klecko.
It was Klecko, right?
Couldn't tell you.
It didn't give you the answer?
No, it is Joe Klecko.
Yeah.
New York Jets star.
And, I don't know. I'd have to look into what Klecko did because, Klecko has been in the news, too. I don't know if you saw this. The documentary with the Jets where he went to like a sports memorabilia expo and he basically was wanting to fight Brett Favre because he used to hold the sack record.
Oh,
and
yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a famous clip. It's hilarious.
Well, no, that guy's not Klecko. That's
is that not Klecko?
No, that's Mark Gastineau.
Oh, you're right.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
completely
I was
wrong.
like,
so then
what?
what did Klecko do?
I don't know. I don't know much about the guy.
Kyle, do you have more in the regular news other than this quiz?
Yeah, I got a couple more things in the regular news.
Hit us with it.
Yeah, that was Gastineau. My fault, people. Thank you, Kyle, for
Mitt's
popping
Morning
in.
Catch.
Oh.
Okay, let's give
We
out
weren't in the morning catch
Well,
today?
we were doing a quiz. Now we're ripping the rest of the news. Don't have a ton left to do.
It's
but
one of those days, man. There hasn't been anything on.
Well, I just figured that I didn't hear the music, obviously, but I figured the quiz was part of the mid-morning catch.
It was.
It
It's
kind
an
of was.
extension.
Yeah. Okay,
It's like an appetizer.
College basketball news last night. This would be good for John here. Creighton knocks off UConn on the road. Oh, man, what a bad loss for Dan Hurley and the Huskies. John's St. Johnny's, though, did pick up a win as well there. So they're just full control ahead of the Big East right now.
Yeah, it's great. That was a important win for them last night, too. St. John's is there down to Marquette on the road and kind of locked in defensively from like the 7-minute to the 1-minute stretch. They didn't allow a bucket, which was needed because the offense wasn't firing on all cylinders. They needed defensive stops, earned it at the line, and got a dub.
We had a couple big matchups last night. We had one go to double overtime, too. Alabama versus Arkansas. 117 to 115. Final
That's
score
insane.
here. Alabama wins. Darius Acuff Jr., the freshman from Detroit who plays for Coach Cal at Arkansas. Most points ever by a freshman in a college basketball game. 49 points last night in that double OT game. I mean, how do you put up 49 points in a college basketball game? Just ridiculous stuff.
Well, you go into double OT, that's how.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't enough. Acuff's 49. He's been awesome. Like I said, Michigan man, so pretty cool to see that. We had some more of these freshmen last night. Darren Peterson, 20 points in the first half for Kansas, and then barely plays in the second half due to cramping once again. So this is a continued thing for Darren Peterson. It's like the third or fourth game he's done that this season. He sat out a lot of games. They won anyways. He had 23 points, 20 in the first half. Didn't really play in the second half.
Remember this used to, like, it wasn't cramping, but Paolo used to come out of these games because remember he used to lose like 6 pounds during
he
those games.
sweat an insane amount of games. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd they fix that?
I don't know. They gave him Gatorade pouches.
They would
or
like
something?
show him on the sideline, and he'd be like dying. Like it was weird.
Yeah, because he would lose so much water weight that it looked like he was gonna pass out. So like, ton of Gatorade, IVs. I don't. It feels like people are even within Kansas are getting pretty frustrated with Peterson.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they beat Arizona without him. So
Yeah.
like it's odd. But
And then Bill
he's really
Self
good.
said after the game, like, we're getting used to playing without him. We know how to win without him. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and then A.J. DeBonsa, the other star freshman, one of the other star freshmen in college basketball, put up 35 last night for BYU, but it didn't matter. Arizona bounces back and picks up the win after dropping 2 straight. So good to see Arizona get back on track despite the big game from DeBonsa. A couple more things in the news, and then we will end this thing. Magic's Franz Wagner, former Michigan Wolverine. We've been talking a lot about the Wolverines so far on today's show. He's out indefinitely due to his ankle soreness, so he'd already missed some time this year. He's going to be out for even longer. Obviously, not good news if you're a fan of his, if you're a Michigan person. but I guess this is like good for the Pistons. I don't really know. The Magic, I mean, just because you could potentially play him in round 1.
Zero threat. They are zero threat to the Pistons in my eyes.
Zero.
I mean, they've got the playoff experience, and Paolo's been good in the playoffs. But, oh, my God. Like, imagine Paolo trying to drive into the rim, and he runs into Stu. Like,
yeah.
I'm not that afraid of the Magic anymore.
LaMelo Ball, you guys see he got into a car accident.
Big car accident.
Yeah, he's
he drives
fine,
a
though.
huge car.
He's fine.
Did he
but
swerve around that corner? Whoa.
I think that was
Kinda.
just Jello, yeah.
Oh.
Swerve and bend that corner.
Oh,
yeah,
swerve and
yeah.
bend that
he,
corner.
Yeah, he did that.
Oh.
It sounds like he's
Well,
all
glad
good,
he's
though.
okay.
Sounds like he's all good. Last thing in the news, the Kings
Wait,
have
hold on. That guy is a terrible driver. There's like videos of him
You're
just
right, actually. He is.
flying out of the arena in Charlotte, just like running red lights
running
over
red lights,
and over.
yeah.
Just like no surprise that this guy got an. Did you also see his tattoo that he got? He got the hot
flaming
Cheetos.
hot Cheeto toes, yeah.
He got hot Cheetos
Is that real?
tattoos. I don't know, but if it is, even more reason that I'll never get behind this guy as being a serious basketball player.
We should make that a punishment for like fantasy football.
Hot Cheetos tattoo.
Tattoo.
Permanent tattoo.
It's a ridiculous. It's like one of the worst tattoos you could ever see.
Wow.
The Kings are the latest team to add to the NBA Tank Fest. Domantas Sabonis, Zach LaVine. Oh man, they're both got to have season-ending surgeries. Oh man, you know it's tough, man. They're just classic. Come up with something that they could probably get a procedure on, and they're both missing the rest of the season for Sacramento.
Westbrook's still there, though, right? Gonna get his minutes?
Oh, you can't sit him.
Damn right.
He'll never sit down.
Last thing I got for John, and then we're going to end the news here. First off, John, Yankees-Tigers Saturday. Kevin McGonigal, he's starting at shortstop. Don't know if you saw that. Pretty exciting.
That's awesome.
Do you know how I'm going to be able to watch the Tigers this year? It seems like something you'd know. We were talking about this earlier. We got people in our YouTube chats, with the MLB Network partnership.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell am I going to watch the Tigers, man?
Well, the MLB.TV partnership. I mean, in terms of finding it out for the spring training games, I'd imagine on their website, right? And there's a select games, I think,
I'm
that
just
Tigers
talking
are
even regular
broadcasting.
season.
No, I mean, regular season, they're going to have to announce it. They're going to have to announce where they're at least distributing it from a streaming perspective and from a cable perspective. I mean, we've had this conversation. I'll be brief. But, like, baseball regional sport, it's got to be on a local channel on cable still. I know we're in the streaming age, and I know it doesn't affect us in terms of watching it, but for baseball's core audience, you want to be able to flip on your TV, and if you pay for Spectrum, Verizon, DirecTV, whatever, you got to have a place to watch the Tigers. So they got to figure that out, and they said they will. It's just we're running
season
out of
starts
time.
like pretty soon. So yeah.
989-837-6125. This is the Ben Bosscher Show live here on 100.9 The Mitt. Hey, quick heads up for parents and athletes. If you've got kids getting ready for spring and summer sports, Great Lakes Spine and Medical has you covered with sports physicals. They make the process fast, easy, stress-free, no long waits, no bouncing all over town. Plus, you're not just checking a box. Their medical team actually looks at the overall movement, flexibility, and injury prevention to help athletes stay healthy all season long. Whether it's school sports, travel teams, or just rec leagues, Great Lakes Spine and Medical is a great local option to get it done right and on time. Appointments are easy to schedule. There is no get those physicals done now and be ready for game day with Great Lakes Spine and Medical.
The Ben Bosscher Show, built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair. Built by Bresky Siding and Building Repair on 100.9 The Mid.
We have two traditions to close out every show. The first tradition we've got going for us is our Lock of the Day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Okay, yesterday we did not hit. We took the United States to cover that 1.5. They didn't. They won 2-1.
Hey,
probably should have just took the money line.
Right?
You were right.
I said, like, I didn't want to fade it, but I was like, man, they're probably just going to win by 1. I should have just tailed it, man. Or I should have just faded it. It was bad. Look, I already predetermined I'm fading whatever pick you were going to pick today.
What?
And now I have second thought. Well, so I'm looking at the numbers, right? I've tailed your bet 5 days in a row. That's way too many days in a row. Like, I got to catch myself earlier than that. I've gone 2 and 3. Like, it's not like it's been terrible, but so I've already like pre-faded, but now I know what your pick is going to be. So now I'm like,
hey, give me the Pistons money line, baby.
Yeah.
Come on. They don't lose to the Knicks, except they did last year in the playoffs. But they haven't lost to the Knicks yet this regular season. I feel like Cade's just going to show up. You know, is the play here actually not the Pistons money line and like Cade to have a big game like his PRA? Is that actually the play?
Probably. It's probably the play. I can double check to see what that number is. I mean, you're already locked into this anyways, but
You're not going to let me switch it?
I mean, I literally have the graphic made, so
Fine.
no, I will not let you switch it.
Fine, then I won't even look it up.
But
I'll just go Pistons money line.
But I think you're probably right. Like, I mean, we're sitting here talking about like just everything that the Pistons are not having tonight. It feels like if the Knicks are going to get that, you know, the Pistons have already won the season series. Like, if there is a time for the Knicks to get them, it feels like tonight. But we don't lose to those guys because they blow. Like,
Yeah.
that's the part that you feel most excited about. Like, that team just stinks. So, like, we're obviously going to win. Cade's is 40.5, by the way, the PRAs.
I think he might just go for like 25, 9-9 tonight. Doesn't that feel like prime time position for Cade's just
I like
ball
that.
out? 25, 9-9, 25, 9-8, something like that. And the Pistons pick up another win against the Knicks.
Yeah.
If they lose, Doug, it's not like it's like heartbreaking.
Exactly.
I hate losing to the Knicks,
Now-
but it is a little bit like, hey, we still won the season series. We've still got a big lead for first place.
Didn't have Duran or Stu. Like, I think
Yeah.
that really, I hate to make the excuse, but like it is a pretty big excuse, you know, maybe the best big man duo in the league. But you get Duran back, and you still are going to at least going forward. Like, the Pistons schedule coming up is just they enter a really good stretch right now to test like how true contenders they really are. And so I'm excited to see them throughout that stretch, and that obviously starts tonight.
Or are the Pistons even better without Jalen Duran and Isaiah Stewart because it means Paul Reed plays basketball tonight?
Right, exactly.
I love Paul Reed.
I love him too. Okay, that is our lock of the day.
Lock of the day.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Okay, next thing that we have to do is guessing what Colin Cowherd opens with. Either of us get up? No, he led with Caleb Williams yesterday.
Yeah, we're bad at this, man. I mean, like, we're sitting here talking about could he lead with
Ridiculous.
Olympics? Could he lead with college basketball? I don't even remember what I picked yesterday. Oh, I picked Mahomes, which, like, I feel like that was a valid pick.
I think it was too.
And it was just Caleb Williams, man. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, I mean, just frustrating. The score is still 44-39. It is my turn to go first today. Does he have an Olympics lead in him? Team USA wins last night. Like, I just don't, like, what else is the lead? Max Crosby? Like, is he going to talk about that? Is he going to talk about, I still don't think he'll ever talk about college basketball. Cooper Flagg just had a jersey sell for $1 million. I'm just trying to think of anything here. Screw it. I'm just going to rock with, like, Max Crosby Raiders trade. It's so not going to be that, but, like, picking anything against the NFL is just feels wrong at this point with Colin, so I will rock with that. You seem like you have something up your sleeve right now.
Chicago Bears potentially moving out of Chicago to a completely different state.
I forgot to put this in the news.
He's live in Chicago, I think, this week. Yeah, this is my pick for sure. This would be like if the Lions played in Toledo, in a different state that was like 40 minutes away. Like, what are we talking about? Why would the Bears move out of Chicago? Even if
to Hammond, Indiana.
That makes no sense to me. So I will take his attacking of the Chicago Bears and Kevin Warren and just kind of going at these guys. Like, why would you move them out of Chicago? Maybe he has some nuanced take about it, but I can't really understand why they would take them out of the city of Chicago. I knew they were going to move like a little bit suburbs, but out of the state is insane. You can't call them the Chicago Bears anymore if they're not playing in Illinois.
Right. I mean, there's teams that have done that. Like Washington Wizards, I think they were going to move to like Virginia or something. I mean, I know like DC is just kind of its own thing, but still, like, yeah, the Bears though. I mean, that's just
iconic.
It's the Chicago Bears, man. You can't do that. Like,
I guess both the
we thought
Jets
Detroit,
and the Giants
we thought the
don't play
Pistons
in New
playing in
York.
Auburn Hills was bad. You know, like. That's even way worse. Yeah. What about the Jets and the Giants? They're not New Jersey.
Yeah, they're trending right now on Twitter. Jets and Giants for some reason.
I have no idea why. Probably for this, honestly. Yeah.
No, that's exactly why.
Yeah.
I think that'd be crazy if they. Yeah, I think it'd be crazy if they joined that crew, the Bears, and we're like, yeah, let's play in a different state than what our team name is.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'll take for my guessing. Of
I like
Collins.
that. That's probably more likely than my pick.
Or he's just like, hey, LeBron. All right, that's going to do it for us today. We'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Like and subscribe on YouTube so you do not forget that. Facebook. Search us for Sports Radio 100.9 The Mitt on that end. Stay updated on all the latest news, stories, stats. We'll send them up there. We got the picture of the new Tigers jerseys as well. A lot of good stuff on that department. On the Instagram side, you get exclusive video content. Same with the TikTok. Just search the Ben Bosscher Show or 100.9 The Mitt. On those ends, I already told you guys YouTube what that's about. Twitter, high school content on that side. A lot of fun, exciting stuff coming up. We're trying to do our best to cover the Dow Tennis Classic as well that's happening right here in Midland this week. We got the quarterfinals start tomorrow? Yeah, quarterfinals start tomorrow. So hopefully we can get boots on ground there and be your guys' eyes to show up on your screen on that end. Hey, appreciate everybody for listening today. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll run it all back again. 3 straight hours heading into the weekend. We'll recap this Pistons versus Knicks game that's going down tonight. Who knows? Maybe we'll recap my basketball game as well. We definitely will not do that. Don't worry.